Wow. What a strange feeling it is to have had a full night off of basketball last night. Nothing was on. There was no basketball, of course. The ladies were on, the WNBA was on, but that's not the NBA playoffs. They're just starting their season, and we're here at the end of the NBA season. It's just a different vibe, different intensity, and so I found myself, very much enjoying the time I had to get to bed early, knowing we were going to be live here today for both elimination games. What a sensation it is to be back with two highly competitive, ready to go seasons on the line, folks. Detroit taking on Cleveland in Cleveland, where the Cavs are undefeated during this postseason run. Can they keep their season alive? I'm very interested. I think I got the Pistons winning today. That's just me. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down. We'll go through and I'll explain myself. Let's get ahead. Let's start the show. That is correct, folks. We are back in the building, ready to go here tonight. Oh, I can't wait. We got some good basketball going on. Now, I'm not entirely sure, not entirely confident in our second game of the doubleheader here tonight. We'll save that conversation for a little bit later. But here tonight, our first game, the Pistons take it on the Cavs. The Cavs on the verge. Donovan Mitchell on the verge of his first ever conference finals appearance. What a career-defining moment. It could be here for Donovan Mitchell, who was pretty absent in the last game. Although he did get it going in the playoffs. And let me start it off by saying maybe I was a little too harsh on Donovan Mitchell the other night in the previous game, because I fully understand the game plan of, I have All-Star Thompson on me, so you got to get busy, James Harden. I understand that. And especially considering that Harden did have it going. It's like, all right, I'll go stand in the corner. I'll take All-Star Thompson out of the defense here, and you go cook Danish Jenkins. Now, maybe don't be so passive the entirety of the game. Maybe try to run some offense where you get All-Star Thompson switched off you, because they're still going to need you to come through. The game still went into overtime and you were down 9. You should have lost. You should have. The Pistons should have been able to win that game. They had a little bit of fortuitous end there as the game was winding down. Pistons were up 9 with about 2.5 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go, something like that. They definitely should have been able to pull that one off. But they did not. And so here we are in a situation where Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are one win away from meeting up with the New York Knicks for the conference finals. Detroit trying to keep their season alive here tonight. And let me tell you, I kind of got some confidence in Detroit here tonight, mostly because I don't entirely trust Donovan Mitchell. I don't entirely trust James Harden. But at the same time, I don't really trust this Pistons team either. The only guy I somewhat trust is Cade Cunningham, although the turnovers are such a huge issue that people just seem to want to give him a huge excuse for. And you know what? You can excuse 4 turnovers. You could excuse 3.5 to 4 turnovers. You can't really excuse when it's over 5, man. Over 5 is crazy. So I'm looking for Cade Cunningham to come out and shoot it a million times here tonight. You got to get your team to a Game 7 if you're truly who we all believe you are, Cade. You got to get your team there. Mark, what's up, Mark? Shout out everybody in the chat. Appreciate you. Really said I want home court. There you go. There you go. Knicks are on the verge of getting home court. If only Cleveland can handle their business here tonight. David Oz Jr., what's up, David? Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Mr. Nixon, what's up, Mr. Nixon? Cream Puff, what's up, Cream Puff? Heard the Cavs are sick with a bug? Absolutely. That is a great point for bringing up Cream Puff. There was a report that came out the other day, I think it was yesterday, that came out that Sam Merrill missed the game with an illness. I think he was actually ruled out with a calf, but he also had an illness at that time. And since that point, that illness, that stomach bug has been floating around the rest of the team to the other players. I kind of think they're soft launching a little bit a possible excuse as to why they may end up blowing this series, but everybody's available to play. I'm sure that maybe they're not feeling 100% from some kind of stomach bug. Either way, everybody's going to be out there on the course. You're going to have to come through. DSA, what's up, DSA? Suns Gen, what's up, Suns Gen? Fortnite Clips, what's up, Fortnite? Nikki, what's up, Nikki? I think we could make it through the Eastern Conference Finals without him if the bench and Bridges continue to perform. Talking about Anunoby. Anunoby's going to be ready to go for game one. He's going to be ready to go for game one. He was at practice, full participant, which is always a sign that you're ready to go and get back the action. So, fully expect Anunoby to be starting game one with no restrictions. He'll be ready to go. He'll be ready to go. David, what's up, brother? Alex Jude, what's up, Alex? DB, what's up, DB? Yes, Sharon? If the Pistons lose this game, first thing their fans will do is focus on Knicks fans, as most fan bases tend to do, brother. David said OG will start game one. Nikki said, do you think he should, though, not buying the reports? 1,000%. Full participant practice? Let's do it. Roll the ball out. It's the playoffs. It's not regular season. Regular season, sure. Maybe we'd be a little bit more cautious. But we're going to the conference finals. Go out there and hoop. That's your job. That's what you got to do. You're Rose with the Rose. You're cleared to play. Go ahead, play. Go ahead. Do it. Let's go. Manuel Mercado. What's up, Manuel? Doing too much with them. Doing too much. Home court actually does count when it comes to MSG. A little bit. Christian Blaze. What's up, Christian? I was just wondering where you were, brother. Where were you? How do you feel after the Knicks completely dismantled Philadelphia in an incredibly embarrassing way? Were you like, thank goodness that wasn't the Celtics? Because it would have been. Oh, man. Christian said, Pistons, please win back-to-back. New York swept the team that beat us, and now the Cavs might make the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm sick. Distraught. Oh, man. I mean, you lose to them in a hard-fought Game 7 loss down there in Boston, by the way. You lose in Boston, Game 7 in Boston. And the Knicks just absolutely took care of them. It wasn't even a competition. There was one game that was even somewhat close. Doing too much. Said, Knicks are ready for whoever we play? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Derek Young, what's up, Derek? Mr. Nixon said, word on the street is Seamus stays in the rotation in the Knicks next game. He's been solid. We'll see. He has been solid. Alvarado's been solid. I think Mike Brown would love to lean towards Shamet more than Alvarado just because size and shooting of Shamet with his off-ball movement is better than Alvarado. But Alvarado's got that energy that just... There's really no other player off the bench who brings that energy. Very few players around the league bring that kind of energy. Trapped in the 90s. What's up, Trapped? TT in the morning said, here we go, Chevy. Pistons have been here before. So... let's do it again. Well, the difference this time is that the Cavs are not missing one of their two best players. So that's the biggest difference. That's the biggest difference. Jason, what's up, Jason? Rooting for the Cavs so we can have Knicks basketball on Sunday. That's why I'm rooting for the Cavs too, Jason. Selfishly, 100% selfishly, I just want to watch my team play basketball again. It's been a week, right? I want to watch my team play basketball again. I want this series over with. I want to get to Knicks basketball on Sunday. If I gotta wait till Tuesday, I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. Christian said, I appreciate the Where You At shout out. I was in the hospital for a week and still checking in daily. I'll appreciate you, Christian. I hope you're doing all right, brother. Always happy to see you in the chat. I was wondering where you were. I was like, where's my guy Christian at? Celtics got eliminated, my guy went MIA, but I hope you're doing better, brother. Hope you're doing better. Happy to hear that you're out of the hospital. Fung Pei, what's up, Fung Pei? Here's to a carefree game with no animal involvement. No animal involvement. What games had animal involvement? Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed? Chick Brooklyn Beauty, what's up, Chick? Let's go, Cavs. I'm having Knicks basketball withdrawals. I'm with you, Chick. I'm with you. I'm having Knicks basketball withdrawals. With the way that they were playing, bring it back. Bring it back. Christian said, I've never seen the Knicks this good in my life. I'll be better when OKC beats the Knicks. I don't know if anybody wants to see the Knicks right now, even OKC. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, it's the only team that I look and I go, oof, okay. Even if the Knicks play their best basketball, OKC could still end up beating them, right? These other teams, if the Knicks play the way that they have been playing, The only team the way I see it that could stand in their way is the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Knicks have matched up pretty well all season, and I think just looking at it and looking at the matchups, they would match up well against the Spurs. I know Wemby is a problem for everybody, but the Knicks have two big bodies they could throw at him, and they've done really well in staying in front of them and forcing out to the perimeter. They also have versatile bigs to pull Wembanyama away from the basket between Anunoby and Towns, where they can go to a small ball lineup. I think they match up pretty well against the Spurs. Obviously, they could still lose to the Spurs if they don't, play well enough. I think they have to live up to what they have been doing as of late. I don't know if you guys also read recently, Bobber Good. What's up, Bob? Shout out from the Philippines. Shout out my guy Bob from the Philippines. John Smiley, what's up, John? Let's go Pistons. D-Town, Motown, Bad Boys represent. Darren and Harris. Gotta channel Wallace and Wallace. Beast mode activated. I mean, you might be calling out the wrong big there. You got to be talking about Paul Reed and Tobias Harris. Channeling Darren, I don't know. He might be a lost cause at this point. The confidence is just not there, man. It's just not there. Das, what's up, Das? Mindset John, what's up, Mindset John? Waiting for the most exciting moments of the season. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the Knicks come back. I can't wait. It's been forever. It's been forever. Joe said, I'd rather play OKC. Honestly, I want to see if the Knicks can beat OKC in a 7-game series. Yeah, it kind of just is what it is. I don't really have a preference. I think the way the Knicks are playing right now, they could beat the Thunder. They could. I think they could beat anybody. But it's going to have to take playing the way that they are playing. Thunder Jet said, no canines participating in this practice. Hopefully. Joshua, what's up, Joshua? Come on, Cleveland. As a Knicks fan, I know we could beat them. I mean, I think they could beat either one of these teams. With the way the Knicks are playing, there is no limit. There is no bad matchup at this point. MBM, what's up, MBM? Christian said, I had Spurs Knicks, a.k.a. the in-season tournament finals, as the finals, but it may be slightly off. I don't know. That obviously, the Spurs had wild success in the regular season against that Thunder team. I do think the Thunder would beat them. I know a lot of people are like, well, the Spurs beat them in the regular season. I do think the Thunder would beat them in the playoffs. I think we're going to see J-Dub come back. And I do think that the combination of both Hardenstein and Holmgren, again, similarly to the Knicks, match up pretty decently well against Victor Wembanyama there. Although Wemby, you got to factor in the fact that Wembanyama just absolutely despises Chet Holmgren for whatever reason and just goes at him like a maniac. So who knows how that series will play out. Wembanyama could average like 35, 15, and 5 the entirety of the series. Mr. Nixon said Tobias Harris has been lights out or on. Tobias Harris been lights are on, but no one home this series. I mean, he's in a tough spot. He's kind of becoming the second go-to scorer for a team that should not have him as the second go-to scorer. He's supposed to be like a release valve for them, averaging somewhere between 10 to 15 points, but now he has to average somewhere around 20 because Jalen Duren's no-show here during the playoffs. So it's just a tough spot for him to be in. Felipe, what's up, Felipe? I don't think it matters between the Cavs and Detroit. Knicks are in the finals. Run the offense through Cat. Oh, that was putting me right back on track, Felipe. I was just going to talk about, did you guys see there was a new article that came out from Steph Bondi where he wrote about how Karl-Anthony Towns kind of insinuated that the offensive shift here is mostly because after Game 3, he went to go talk to Mike Brown and the coaching staff and just laid it all on the table and his idea and what he wanted to see the Knicks do. And they took it in and they made the adjustments. So for anybody who has maybe doubted Karl-Anthony Towns, he took initiative. He went to the coaching staff and he said, look, this is what I think we should do. And they took it to heart and they listened to him and they incorporated it into the offense. And look at where we are now. The Fleas, what's up, Fleas? Court Backs, what's up, Court? Let's cook up some bad boys Game 5 magic. Let's see. Supa, what's up, Supa? Eric C, what's up, Eric? Knicks don't care who they play. They just got to do what they got to do. Christian Blake said Duren has the biggest drop-off in points as an all-star since the merger. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Even if we go beyond the merger, the only other guy who rivals him, listen to this stat, is Wilt Chamberlain. And it was the season in which Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 points in the regular season, and he averaged only a measly 35 points in the postseason. So that was a 15-point drop-off. So far, Jalen Duren, for an all-star, is scoring about 10 points less. He's about 10 point per game score here. I don't know exactly what it is, 11, 9, whatever it is. But he's about a 10 point per game score. And during the regular season, it was about a 20.5 point per game score. He's averaging half of that. Ian Parkins with WN. Pistons got shafted 2 years in a row with no calls that would have won the pivotal game last year. Hart fouled Schroeder. Yeah, but I don't think this foul on from Jared Allen on All-Star Thompson should have been called. I don't think it's a foul when neither player has possession and both players are diving for the loose ball. As a matter of fact, if we could slow it down and really put a microscope on it, All-Star Thompson grabs the arm and pushes it away of Jared Allen. So maybe there should have been a foul there first, if we really wanted to take a look at it. I think it's a proper no call. Both guys going for a loose ball. Don't end the game on 2 free throws. Put 5 minutes on the clock, made the best team win. They didn't get shafted. They had 5 minutes to win the basketball game. It was tied with 5 minutes to go, and they lost it, and they were at home. They didn't get shafted one bit. They lost the game. They had a 9-point lead with 2.5 minutes left. Go win the basketball game. Bruce Fowler, what's up, Bruce? Are you doing both games? We are indeed going to do both games, Bruce. We will be live all night. We didn't have any basketball yesterday. We're not going to have any basketball tomorrow, no matter what. No basketball yesterday, no basketball tomorrow, even if either of these series go to Game 7. So the next games will be Sunday. Whether we're covering the conference finals or we're covering Game 7s, the next time we see will be Sunday. So no games tomorrow, no games yesterday. So we're going to be live for both games here today. Might as well. Lano Motos is up, Lano. Game 1 Sunday at the Garden, Sheffy. We will see. Sunday, by the way, if it is... if the Cavs do win today, and then the conference final starts on Sunday, that game will start at 3:30, I believe, is what it's currently scheduled as. Excuse me. That's what it's currently scheduled as. Versus, like, if it's a Game 7, that'll be scheduled for prime time, like an 8 o'clock start time. So, I don't know why we can't just start the conference finals at 8 then. Why can't we just schedule that for 8? I don't know. But if the Knicks do end up having to play on Sunday, it will be a 3:30 start time, I believe, is what they put out. So we'll see. Maybe they change it. I don't know. I doubt it, but obviously we'll see. Edwin Cruz with the Edwin. Detroit wins tonight. I could see it. Nikki said, really, personally, when Shamet is hot. Oh, hold on. Bingo card just came into play. I've been talking to the chat. We haven't even gone through the bingo card. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and pull that up real quick. Nikki said, really, personally, when Shamet is high, he's hard to guard. I mean, last game, we were seriously cooking. I haven't seen Alvarado have that much of an effect on the floor. I don't know if he stat support. Shamet is a better offensive player. He has a higher offensive impact than, well, I don't even want to necessarily say that because Alvarado's offensive impact mostly comes from the fact that he's a ball handler and a point guard and you get the ball into the shooting pockets for guys, mostly including Carl Anthony Towns. Whether it's through the pick and roll or getting them in the high post or whatever the case may be or running the offense. Shamet doesn't necessarily do that. Shamet is obviously more of an off-ball mover and a cutter and obviously a three-point shooter. Versus Alvarado, who more so sets up the offense and gets the ball in the guy's hands where they need it. Part of the reason why Alvarado jumped Shamet in the rotation is because they needed exactly that. So the stats aren't necessarily going to jump off the page in terms of the counting stats for Jose Alvarado, but his impact is definitely felt, and he's a very feisty and annoying defender, and that just gets guys out of their game, right? So even during a Cleveland series, like putting Jose Alvarado in the game just to hound James Harden full court, like that's going to annoy the heck out of him. Right, and he's probably going to turn it over or commit an offensive foul or something along those lines. That's the value of Jose Alvarado. It's not necessarily something you're going to see in the box score. Whereas Shamet, you're more so going to traditionally see his impact in a box score because whether or not he's knocking down shots is kind of where he impacts the game most of the time. Sons of Jensen, I think there hasn't been more Alvarado input is because it hasn't been needed yet. Yeah, Yeah, Bruce Fowler said wedgie. We're not with no more wedgies. We don't have the wedgie up on the bingo card anymore. It might make a return next season, but we'll see. We'll have to get there first. DB said, I think Shavit gets the edge. He might. I mean, the Cavs are a pretty big team with Harden and Wade and Allen and Mobley in starting lineup. Obviously, Mitchell, the smallest guy in their lineup, so they might just need the size, but we'll see. We'll see where they go. I'm fine with either one of them. Rudy Pooty, what's up, Rudy? We got to get to the tip-off. We're about to get there. We know where this is going to come from. We've seen this before. It's the same exact bingo card, just obviously different spots for everything. We try to change up the bingo card for every single game. So we'll get to the bingo card during the next timeout break, but let's get to the tip-off as both teams are making their way to the court now. David Hush Jr. said, when Detroit wins, hate the 3:30 start. Yeah, I don't know why. Because I believe it's scheduled. I could be wrong. We'll fact check that at halftime or something. But I believe if the Knicks play on Sunday, it's a 3:30 start. But if the Pistons win and the game 7 is going to be on Sunday, then I believe it's an 8 o'clock start time. So I don't know why they would do that. Why would they do that to us? Robert Kling, what's up, Rob? Do you think the Spurs have a chance against the Thunder? I do. They have a chance. A good chance. A very good chance. I would still pick the Thunder in that series. We got to caffeinate it up. Here we go. Cavs win the tip-off. They are at home. They are undefeated during the playoffs here at home. Let's get it cooking. Let's pull up our game cast. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Dennis Jenkins. Gets it over to Mobley, being guarded by Harris, coming to his left. Trying to get it to Mitchell. They can't. They do hand it off to Mitchell. He's being grabbed by Thompson. And it's an offensive foul on Donovan Mitchell, hooking the arm of Thompson. Not even trying to guard the guy. He's like, please stop holding my arm. Suns Jen said, I just love a little instigator, so of course I like Jose. Yeah, that's the thing. He's an instigator. He's going to get on their nerves. He's going to force them into turnovers. He's going to force them to go at him a little harder because he's going to get on their nerves. He's going to annoy them. Cunningham has it up top, being guarded by Wade, coming to his right. That's what Dennis Schroeder is for the Cavs. Cunningham coming to his left, down the lane to kick it up top. Harris on the little pick and pop, can't get the 3 to go. Allen can't snag the rebound. Duran knocks it out of bounds. Ball is going to go back to the Cavs. It's a 0-0 start. Both teams not successful on their first offensive trips here. A turnover from the Cavs and a missed shot from the Pistons. And Mobley has it up top, gets it over to Harden. He'll catch it on the run, down the lane, floater. Got it to go for James Harden, who has absolutely cooked during this series here. And particularly cooking Dennis Jenkins or Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson, by the way, did not play in the last game. He's available to play here today with a back injury. Old man out there can't handle himself right now. But he is available to play. He's just going to be coming off the bench for them here tonight. Mitchell, the fall-away foul line jump shot. It looked like Cade Cunningham with the foul line fall-away jump shot over Mitchell. It looked like Mitchell had a piece of it, knocked it loose. Cunningham couldn't knock down the shot. Thompson picks up the steal on a bad pass from Harden. They get it over to Thompson. They swing it out to Jenkins. A right wing 3, just missed one. Misses yet another one. During the offensive rebound, can't get the tip up and in. Thompson secures yet another offensive rebound. Cunningham down the lane. Scoop Lair with the right hand on the finger roll. Got it to go finally. And Jalen Duren making his presence felt early. 2 offensive rebounds during that possession there. Should have had a tip in as well, but just missed it. Mobley in the post against Harris, backing him down, drop step, little floater. Got it to go down for Evan Mobley. Big, strong move from Evan Mobley. We don't often say that about Mobley, but he got that one to go down. Aggressive move going at Tobias Harris's chest. They get over to Harris, right wing, being guarded by Harden. Harris swings through to his right, down the lane, along the baseline, pump fake spins, got nowhere to go. Picks up his hand over to Harden, knocked it loose. Now he's trying to back him down. Now he's going to isolate. A lot of dribbling here from Tobias Harris. Finally gets it over to Thompson. Nobody guarding him. Mobley's going to guard him now. Little fall-away jumper in the paint from Thompson. Can't get it to go. Some horrendous offense from the Detroit Pistons right there. Way too much ball handling from Tobias Harris. And Mobley danced with it against Harris. Coming to his right, Mobley, very aggressive. Drop step, puts up the fall-away jumper over Harris. Can't get it to go. During the rebound, he'll bring it down. Gets it over to Jenkins. Jenkins, as we never restarted the timer, my apologies. Jenkins dribbles it off the leg of a Cavs defender. It looks like maybe Allen's leg. Either way, it's going to stay here with the Detroit Pistons. Boss play, what's up, boss? Let's go Detroit basketball game 7. We need it. I wouldn't mind a game 7. You guys continue to beat the heck out of each other to win the prize of playing against the Knicks in the next round. Duran down the lane, gets it over to Thompson. Thompson along the baseline, dribbles it back out, kicks it out to Cunningham on the left wing. He's going to pump fake, dance with it against Wade. Step back three over Wade. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Thompson, yet another offensive rebound. Back over to Cunningham. Left wing three from him. Finally gets it to go down for Cade Cunningham. My goodness. I gave 2 points on the wrong side. I did give 2 points to the wrong side, but it's now 5-4 off that made three from Cade Cunningham. Here comes Mobley bringing it down, coming to his right. A lot of Mobley handling the ball here. Driving it down, kicks it up top to Harden. Wide open straightaway three from him. He misses it badly. Wide left. Throws up a brick, home run pass. Thompson gets the layup and the foul over Harden. A little ticky-tack touch foul from Harden. What are you doing there, brother? Beautiful pass from the Pistons there. Looked like from Danis Jenkins. And it's 7-4 now with, with Thompson going to the foul line for one more. Keith, what's up, Keith? My guy Keith Modeste. Still waiting for our New York Knicks. Still waiting, brother. And we're still going to have to wait another couple of days. Earliest they play is Sunday. Obviously, if the series ends today, if the Cavs win, they play Sunday. If the Pistons win, we'll be waiting till Tuesday. So we are under 9 to go. My timer a minute behind, but we'll catch up. Thompson does knock down the and one free throw. Here comes Mobley. Mobley up top, dancing around a Harden screen. Again, a lot of Mobley handling the ball to start the game. Mobley down the lane, can't get the finger roll to lay up, but Jared Allen right there for the tip up and in. After Jared Allen had to come over to help contest the shot, nobody there to box out Allen. He gets the tip in. They get it over to Tobias Harris in the post, being guarded by Mitchell. Backing him down. Shoves it over to Thompson. Foul line jumper from Thompson. He got it to go down. And Mobley will bring it down yet again. They are aggressive putting the ball in Mobley's hands here tonight, keeping him involved, keeping him active. To get over to Mitchell. Mitchell on the left wing being guarded by All-Star Thompson. Mitchell already picked up one offensive foul trying to get past Thompson. Thompson knocks the ball out of his hands. Mitchell goes back to recover it, and then Thompson just runs him over. Thompson just runs him over. Not even close. Barely even made a play on the ball. I think he just wanted to knock him over. Very aggressive play from All-Star Thompson there after an incredible defensive play. Mark said, James, what are you doing? A pretty slow-paced start for both sides, walking the ball down. Very content running their half-court games right now. One foul on Mitchell, one foul on Thompson. Thompson's going to go to the bench. Danis Jenkins is going to go to the bench. No, never mind. We have something going on here. The ref's going to look to see if this meets the possible flagrant here. Because, again, he barely made a play on the ball. It looked like he was just trying to run over Donovan Mitchell there, being very aggressive, trying to set the tone early here, but I guess we just have a timeout with under 8 to go. Fortnite Clip said Mobley 160. He's doing a lot of ball handling right now. A lot of it. Fortnite said under looking free. Mike, what's up, Mike? Who's up in the series? The Cleveland Cavaliers are leading it 3-2. The Cavs win today, they move on to the next round. If they lose, we get a Game 7 on Sunday. Robert said, do you think... Oh, there was a clock issue. That was the problem. Robert said, do you think if it hurts the Knicks to have this much time off? Maybe a little bit. But I think it's more valuable to have the time off and face whatever rust you may have. Harden, rhythm dribble, step back three. Got to go over Jalen Duren. There you go, James Harden. Missed the wide open three from straight away. Throwing up a brick. But knocked down the rhythm dribble, step back three over Jalen Duren. I think the Knicks will be rusty. I think the long time off will hurt them. But I think it's very much needed and very much valuable considering that the injuries they were dealing with. Not just Anunoby, but Josh Hart was banged up. Karl-Anthony Towns took a tough fall in Game 4, so very much needed that time off. Harris can't knock down the fall-away jumper. Mobley has it up top. Hands it off to Mitchell. It's 10-9 with a little over 7 minutes to go. Mitchell up top. He's got Tobias Harris switched onto him. He's going to go to work. Rhythm dribble. Step back three from him. Harden just hit one. Mitchell, he gets the friendly bounce off the front of the rim as he gets it to go down. Back-to-back threes from the two stars for the Cavs. First from Harden, now from Mitchell. Here comes Thompson bringing it down. Gets it over to Duren. Duren up top being guarded by Jared Allen, jab step, coming to his right, putting his head down, attacking to the basket. Layup, got it to go. Aggressive drive from Jalen Duren. Where has that been all playoffs long, brother? We're tied at 12, approaching the halfway point here in this first quarter. Here comes Evan Mobley. Mobley up top, coming to his right off a Harden screen, driving it down. Harris picks him up, going under the screens. Mobley tries to hand it off to Harden. Danis Jenkins jumped the passing lane, but can't snag it as Harden recovers it. Harden up top. Trying to go one-on-one here, isolating. Harden, in and out dribble, coming to his right. And then All-Star Thompson picks his pocket, pushing the pace the other way. Dean Wade, the lone defender. He throws the lob up top to Cunningham, a bad pass. He can't grab it, and it's a turnover. Mobley over to Mitchell, swings through to his right, driving it down. Euros, down the lane, floater. Can't get it to go. Duren the rebound. He gets a running start. He's pushing the pace. Duren gets it over to Harris. Harris on the right wing, driving it down. Mitchell there to pick him up. He turns it over. Harden picks his pocket. Here comes Mitchell pushing the other way. Crossover to his left, down the lane, leans in, looking for the foul, throws it over the backboard, but he does get the foul call. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Helter-skelter play there. You love this. Here we're going to have our first stoppage in the game for a timeout here. Oh my goodness, Jeff Brown. What's up, Jeff? Jay Chang. What's up, Jay Chang? I want a Game 7 because it gives OG more rest. Because if the Cavaliers win today, we'll play on Sunday. If they go to a Game 7, we could play on Tuesday. Yes, we will either see our Knicks on Sunday or Tuesday, depending on if the Cavs win here today. It will be decided after this game right here. Mark said James Harden is a liability. James Harden is indeed a liability. And I'll tell you this. I know a lot of people are very impressed, as we should be. Excuse me. We are all very impressed with James Harden during this run here after Game 2, where he just did not play well for the first 2 games. I will tell you this. For the most part, James Harden has had one of Duncan Robinson or Dennis Jenkins guarding him here majority of these minutes. And you know what the Knicks will not have? Duncan Robinson or Dennis Jenkins guarding James Harden. They will have an Anunoby, a Josh Hart, a Mikal Bridges guarding James Harden. Now, I know James Harden and Donovan Mitchell will both continuously run pick and rolls, probably with Dean Wade, as Jalen Brunson will be matched up with Dean Wade, if the Cavs make it to the next round, of course. Valerie Macy, what's up, Valerie? Where's the game showing? It is an Amazon Prime game. Valerie Macy with the subscription. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time tonight, Valerie. It is an Amazon Prime game. Mr. Nixon says Harden's a great one-way player. Yeah, and here's the thing. The Pistons don't really have the guys to attack him continuously offensively. Again, they have one main ball handler in Cade Cunningham. Dennis Jenkins not putting a ton of pressure on Harden. Tobias Harris even isn't putting a ton of pressure on James Harden because he's mostly going to play out of the post. And you know what playing out of the post does? It's a very stationary isolation play. You know who loves stationary plays? James Harden. The Knicks will put him in the motion. They will attack him just as hard as the Cavs will try to attack Jalen Brunson. I do think the Knicks have the exterior players outside of Jalen Brunson to insulate his defensive woes, we'll phrase it as. But I'm not entirely in love with the Cavs' ability to insulate James Harden and Donovan Mitchell's defensive woes. Now they have Evan Mobley, who's been phenomenal defensively in the series, but he won't be able to hide as aggressively as he's hidden in this series, right? So they are just flat out 1,000% ghost coveraging All-Star Thompson. What ghost coverage is Mobley is technically matched up and guarding All-Star Thompson, but obviously All-Star Thompson does not have a perimeter game or much of an offensive game to speak of at all, outside of using his immense athleticism to jump into the lane for a dunk or a layup. But even that, he's not a great finisher. He's a good finisher at the rim, but not a great finisher at the rim, especially if you have a rim protector down there to contest it. So whatever Mobley can do is he's guarding All-Star Thompson, and he's just not guarding him, right? That's ghost coverage. When you're matched up with a player, but you're not even guarding him. Instead, you are roaming kind of the exterior of the paint, just waiting. And usually in the strong side, maybe even in the weak side, but usually in the strong side of the guy with the ball in their hands, normally Cade Cunningham in this series. And he's just as the backline defender. It's like, if you want to beat Dean Wade off the dribble, you're going to have to contest with me, right? And everybody understands that coverage, so everybody's ready and willing to go on a rotation. Should Cade Cunningham get into the lane, have to field with Mobley and kick it out, everybody's ready to rotate out. So Mobley will likely be, if the Cavs do move on, will likely be matched up with Josh Hart, and they'll try the same ghost coverage option. But the difference is that Josh Hart is just a significantly much better offensive player than All-Star Thompson. While he struggles from the perimeter, he's obviously been shooting it well this season. 40% three-point shooter during the regular season. He started to get the three-point shot back during the Philly series. Struggled immensely in the Atlanta series. So we'll see. It's gonna be the Knicks are gonna have to play them out of that coverage, and if they do, the Cavs defense could take a hit, a huge hit. Donovan Mitchell knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Misil Ramirez with the misil. You got the Pistons and the Timberwolves. Looking for 2 Game 7s? We'll see. We'll see. LeVert comes in for Cunningham. Cunningham to the bench. Cunningham out early. Merrill going to the scores table. We have the same starting 5 here for the Cavs out on the court. They swing it to Thompson in the corner, and it ends up as a turnover. A bad pass from LeVert. I don't know what LeVert was asking Thompson to do. He just threw it to nobody. So we got 5:30 to go here. It's 14-12. Mitchell did knock down both free throws. Chaos Kid. What's up, Chaos Kid? Do players get bonuses? Yeah. You get paid for the games that you play. As long as you're playing games, you're getting paid. So, yeah. I guess it's technically a bonus. Yeah, I guess so. Harden has it up top, being chased by LeVert. Pulls it out, coming to his right. 5:20 to go. Harden isolating. Harden on the right wing. Shot clock winding down. Coming to his right. Step back. Baseline jumper. Along the mid-range. Got it to go as the shot clock expires. Harden just walking his way to his spot and knocking it down. Chaos Kid on top of their regular salary? I believe it's on top of their regular salary. Yes, I believe so. Tobias Harris down the lane. They kick it out to Jenkins. Jenkins swings through to his left. Stops, turns, spins. They kick it out to Duren. Actually, I think it's by round. As long as you make it to the next round, I believe it's a bonus. Duren in the paint. Knocks down the lefty flip shot over Jared Allen. There's the aggression from Jalen Duren. Where have you been, brother? Where have you been? We're under 5 to go here. Max Strus is in the game for the first time, in for Dean Wade. So is Sam Merrill, in for Donovan Mitchell. Dennis Schroeder is also in here. They get over to Harden on the left wing. One of these guys are in for Mobley. They're going small here with Jared Allen as their lone center with 2 guards and a wing. Straight away 3 for Max Strus with the shot clock winding down. Can't get it to go. Allen knocks the rebound loose. Strus and LeVert diving for it. Thompson involved now. It's going to end up being a jump ball. It's going to end up being a jump ball. You know who that's good for? That's good for our bingo card, excuse me. Coughing and sneezing all over the place. My bad, guys, my bad. Fung Pei said they used to have incentives or goals to hit. Don't know about now, though. I believe it's every round you get a bonus. So you're still incentivized. Duncan Robinson checks in. You're still incentivized to, like, as a player, go as far as you can in the playoffs. I believe it's by round. So if you make it to the next round, you get a bonus. If you make it to the next round, you get a bonus. I think it's like that. Then you get $1 million with the chip or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not entirely sure. We do have a jump ball here. Max Strus and Karis LeVert. We'll fill in on our bingo card in a second. Don't let me forget. Isaiah Stewart checks in along with Duncan Robinson. 4:25 to go. Cade Cunningham also back in. LeVert fires the left wing 3. He got it. Karis LeVert. Are we having yet another Karis LeVert outing? He had the big game 4. And the Pistons still lost that one. Jared Allen pass fake down the lane, layup off glass, got it to go over Isaiah Stewart. Jared Allen taking a page out of Jalen Duren's book there. And Max Strus picks up a foul in the backcourt. 2 hands on Cade Cunningham. Got the little push foul. 18-17. Back and forth these two teams swing so far here. Corpex said some players may have contract incentives that pay for making it to various playoff rounds. The teams receive a payout for making it to various playoff levels. So it's only the team getting money for making it, not the players. Cunningham has it on the right wing. Cunningham danced with it against Schroeder. Puts him in the post, kick it out to LeVert. LeVert another 3, straight away. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, knocked loose. Schroeder picks it up. He's bringing it down the other way. Cunningham's going to pick him up. Schroeder telling him, go, go, go. Schroeder coming to his right off a Mobley screen. Mobley in for Allen, by the way. They kick it out to Mobley, pick and pop, left wing 3. Mobley knocks it down. And the Cavs come out firing away from 3, feeling it here tonight. Here comes Thompson bringing it down. Thompson up top, gets it over to Robinson. Robinson back to Thompson. Thompson being guarded by Mitchell. Guarded. They get it over to Stewart up top. Stewart hands it off to Cunningham, coming to his left, being guarded by Strus. Cunningham step back straight away, 3 over Strus. Way off, can't get it to go. Mitchell snags a one-handed rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Mitchell coming to his left off a double screen. He's going to force Duncan Robinson to switch onto him. Mitchell's going to drive it down, blows right past him, layup, got it to go for Donovan Mitchell. He saw Duncan Robinson switched onto him, and he saw blood. He saw red. He went going right to that basket. Here comes Thompson bringing it down. Thompson up top gets it over to LeVert. LeVert being guarded by Merrill. LeVert calling for a Cunningham screen. Coming to his right, spinning to his left, pulls it back out. Strus switches onto him. LeVert isolating, dancing with it, coming to his right, hands it off to Robinson, out by the logo. Logo 3 for Robinson, well short. Strus the rebound. Hands it off to Dennis Schroeder, who'll bring it down the other way. He's going to be picked up by Thompson. Dennis Schroeder gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Another steal for Thompson. Here comes Cunningham, one-on-one against Mobley to the rim. Lefty layup gets blocked by Mobley in transition. Loose ball. Strus picks it up. Lost the handle on it out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Pistons. What a battle so far. Sadu Berry, what's up, Sadu Berry? Robert Kling said Detroit's going to need a lot more than Cunningham to beat the Knicks. Yes, indeed they will. Yes, indeed they will. I mean, they're going to need a lot more than Cunningham to beat the Cavs. We'll see. What does team bonuses mean? The owners get that? Right? The front office gets it. The coaching staff get it. What is team bonuses? Everybody? Everybody gets a piece of it? Is it like to the team and then it's split up amongst all the people? Medical staff, the coaches, the players? Like, what does team bonus mean? What does team bonus mean? I gotta look that up. NBA, what does team bonus mean? NBA, who gets... Robert said, I think Mobile is having a great series. Mobley's having a great series. I think he's having a very good series. And there's been one or two games where he's been almost invisible offensively and hasn't really helped out on the glass at all. He had one game where I think he ended with 1 rebound, like 9 points and a rebound. And while he was good defensively in that game, you can't have 9 points and 1 rebound as a big, you know? So I think there's one, that obviously that one game I referenced right there. There might have been 2 games where he was really invisible offensively. It might have been also been game 1. But outside of that, been really good. NBM said rebates for season ticket holders? They wish. NBA team bonus, specifically the playoff bonus pool, approximately $35 million, are distributed among the players on each club's 15 main roster. Teams eliminated in the play-in tournament are not entitled to any of this playoff bonus money. Gotcha. So there's a giant pool of money, and the further you make, the more of the pool you get. And then when you're eliminated, you get your share of the pool, and you're out. Fungpei said only the players? Not only the players. It's distributed. Hold on. Let's look up an actual article. Favorite, yeah. Okay, so this is how it's broken down. This is who gets the money. Or this is how much money you get for making it to certain places. You're incentivized to win in the regular season by you get more money. The NBA playoff pool is up to 3% over last year. Sure, but who gets the money? Playoff bonuses took a big jump, and CBA kicked in, sure. How much do players make for the playoffs? Okay. This is the 24-25 season. Thunder players, $828K. I believe split between the 15 guys. Corp said two-way contract nuances. Players on two-way contracts generally receive scaled-down shares compared to players on standard NBA contracts payment schedule. These bonuses are paid out separately. Yes. Good context, brother. NBA playoff. Okay, but who gets it? Compared to salaries. Okay, but who gets it? All right, thanks, article, for not answering my question. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Thanks for not answering my question, article. All right, let's log back in. Let's also pull up our bingo card. We have a jump ball we got to fill in. LeVert has it along the left baseline in the mid-range, gets to the foul line, throws a bullet pass over to Sasser, back to LeVert. LeVert up top, being guarded by Mitchell. Swings through to his right in the mid-range to kick it out to Marcus Sasser on the left wing, being guarded by Mitchell. Spins to his right down the lane, lost the handle, picks it up along the baseline, pump fake, steps through, layup, got it to go up glass. Marcus Sasser finding an angle. Mitchell bringing it down, swings through down the lane, lost the handle on the ball. Sasser picks it up, he's bringing it down the other way, being guarded by Schroeder. They kick it up top to Cunningham. Cunningham being guarded by Max Strus. Jab step coming to his left, has it at the foul line, shovels it out to Isaiah Stewart on the pick and pop three. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Dennis Schroeder. Or Schroeder? Dennis Schroeder is how I believe they're pronouncing it this season. They change up their pronunciation every single season. Dennis Schroeder, double dribble, that's a travel. We're going to fill that in as a travel there from Dennis. So we have a travel, we have a jump ball. We can fill that in. Jump ball. And a travels right here. We have an opportunity as well. We're going to go through our bingo card. It's the same things we have been keeping track of, but we'll go through it again as always. Here we go. Cade Cunningham up top being guarded by Max Strus. We got 1:22 to go. They get it over to Duncan Robinson. Straight away three. He gets it to go. Duncan Robinson with a big three there. And we're back to a one-point game, 23-22. Dennis Schroeder coming to his left. Stops, turns, spins, gets it out to Mobley. Mobley coming to his right, hands it off to Max Strus. He's going to pump fake. He's going to come to his left. He's going to drive it down. He's going to spin to his right. He's going to leave it off of Mobley. Pump fake, spin. Off the one dribble, puts up the little floater. Can't get it to go down. Can't get the friendly soft. They get over to Cunningham. He'll bring it down against Max Strus. He quickly swings through and beats him down the court easily. And they call the offensive push-off, off-arm push-off from Cade Cunningham. Max Strus sold it well. He sold it well. He went flying, arms up and everything. Let's see the replay. Is it egregious? Strus sells it. Strus sells it. That is indeed a big old flop from Max Strus. He sold the call. Mitchell up top coming to his right off the Merrill screen. Mitchell being isolated up by Duncan Robinson. Crossing over. Puts up the three off the crossover. Can't get it to go. Mobley the offensive rebound and putback. Isaiah Stewart, where are you, brother? He has not shown up in this series one bit. Can we see Paul Reed at some point? LeVert to pull up three. Got it to go for Karis LeVert. Donovan Mitchell, do you understand that you have to guard people on the other side of the court as well? Schroeder has it up top. Gets it over to Mobley. Mobley hands it off to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder coming to his left. Still handling it. Being guarded by Sasser here. Crosses over to his left. Spins. Kicks it up top to Mobley. And it is another travel on Dennis Schroeder. That's two in a row on Dennis Schroeder. Give up the ball, brother. Give up the ball. MEM said beef stew is chicken soup. In this series, he is for sure. Justin, what's up, Justin? J Hammer, my bad, not Justin. J Hammer, what's up, J Hammer? Suba said that's two bingo boxes. We got two bingo boxes already here. J Hammer said Robinson and Duncan were a great duo. Don't know about one player, DR? Robinson and Duncan. It was a great duo. David Robinson and Tim Duncan? I see. And now we got Duncan Robinson. Yeah, I see what you're doing there. Sasser will bring it down. 12 seconds to go. Sasser up top being guarded by Strus. Sasser gets it over to LeVert. LeVert feeling himself. Coming to his right. Off the screen. Merrill switches onto him, but a foul out on the perimeter. It's a foul on the floor. Side out of bounds with 2 seconds to go. Kendra Dixon. What's up, Kendra? Stir Show. What's up, Stir Show? I want Cavs to blow out the Pistons more than I thought I would. No, I want this to be a tough, grinded out, exhausting game. Duran's going to come in for the final possession here. Marcus Sasser will come out. JB Bickerstaff digging deep into his bench, man. He's trying to find some contributions. Cade Cunningham throws it up to Duran on the lob. Gets fouled. Foul on the floor. No shot attempt. Still side out of bounds. Oh, they're in the bonus now. So that's 2 free throws now for Jalen Duran. Kendra said, who do you got? I got Knicks. I got the Knicks in 5. That's who I got. MBM said, better than me, Sheffy. I was lost. Sometimes I'd be lost too, and I'd just be faking it. Jamaica Queen Strangler. What's up, Jamaica? He's no longer Beef Stew. He is now Beef Cheeks. Duran misses the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Christian Blaze, that was indeed a pause. Hey, yo. James Cookfair, what's up, James? Who do we like to face the Knicks? Bring them on. Don't matter. Either one. Either one. It's going to be a tough matchup either way. It's not going to be as easy as the 76ers. It's not going to be as easy as the Atlanta Hawks. Although neither of those teams are necessarily easy. The Knicks just made it look easy. Vito, what's up, Vito? The Knicks are not that good. They do not play any talented teams. Well, that's not what everybody was saying when they went into Game 1 against the Hawks, and everybody was picking the Hawks to upset the Knicks. And that's not what people said after, two missed free throws for Jalen Duran. Danish Jenkins with the offensive rebound and then gets fouled with .1 on the clock. Oh my goodness. What a disastrous ending for Cleveland there. And that's 2 consecutive missed free throws by the same player, by the way. 3 boxes filled in this first quarter. That's a success to me. And there it goes. Danish Jenkins hits the first free throw. He's got another one coming. 2 more opportunities. Duren missed 2 in a row. And then Mobley and Strus ended up fighting over the rebound. Neither of them grabbed it. It fell into the hands of Jenkins, who then gets fouled by Strus, trying to make up for the blunder. And it ends up exacerbating the issue. And that'll be the end of the first quarter right there, as Jenkins knocked down both free throws, 25-27, 2-point lead for Detroit here. Muhammad with the Muhammad. I win the Cavs. Pistons will have home court. It don't really even matter to me. Just bring them on. Robert said, I still can't believe the Magic lost. I mean, they lost Franz Wagner, and then they lost the series. It's kind of how their season with both how the careers of Paolo and Franz have gone there in Orlando. They just can't get over the hump, and neither of those guys can consistently stay healthy with each other. Mike Silva, what's up, Mike? People tend to forget that Philadelphia knocked out Boston. Oh, back to my point. Appreciate you, Mike. Yes, sir. In terms of the Knicks not playing any talent in the first round, that's not what people were saying before we got to game 1 against Atlanta, and that was the most popular upset pick, Atlanta over New York. And then once Philadelphia beat Boston, you go ahead and go look into them. They're all up. They're all up there. Everybody was like, well, this Philly team could make the NBA Finals. They're far more talented than the Knicks. I mean, their starting 5 is much better. People had Jalen Brunson as the 3rd best player in that series, behind Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. Just because the Knicks have dominated their matchups does not mean that they weren't talented. The Knicks have just been that much better. Vita said that the Pistons played talented teams. The Pistons played an Orlando Magic team, a play-in team, that barely made it. They lost to Philly in that first play-in team, so which team's more talented? Orlando, who lost to Philadelphia in a win-or-lose game? In a win-or-go-home game? Or Orlando, who scored 19 points in the second half? One of the worst, the worst second half NBA playoff game we've ever seen in history. A team that lost their second-best player 3 games into the series. 4 games into the series. But sure, Orlando's talented. Mike Silva said they're just haters and don't want to admit that the Knicks are a good team. Not only are the Knicks a good team, the Knicks play talented teams. The Knicks play talented teams. There's no need to rewrite history. Nino, what's up, Nino? Ain't no way the Cavs team about to choke this golden opportunity game. I mean, listen. They didn't have home court advantage. They managed to build up a 3-2 series lead, and they're at home where they have yet to lose a playoff game at home here. This is as golden of an opportunity that the Cavs can have. You're absolutely right about that. MBM said, ancestrally, I can't talk about Philly. My family's from Philly. Knicks just that much better. Philly was a good team. They weren't a great team. They were a good team, and they ran into a great team. And they got smoked. Suba said back-to-back conference finals, but there's no talent there, I guess. Yeah, going to back-to-back conference finals. The Knicks didn't play anybody this year? How about last year? Right? Good point, Suba, good point. Knicks haven't played anybody to get to this conference finals that's talented. Well, what about last year when they eliminated the championship favorite Boston Celtics in the second round? What about when they beat this Detroit Pistons team that honestly was probably a bit better last year in the first round in a 6-game series? But yeah, no talent. The Knicks never beat talent, huh? Sure. They get it into Paul Reed, who's starting the second quarter here. Paul Reed immediately slips to the rim, gets a pass going down there, and gets the layup to go down. Paul Reed, ladies and gentlemen. JV Breakers that finally realized Paul Reed is a rotational player. Mitchell down the lane, blows past Reed, over to Mobley, pass fake, straightaway 3 from Mobley. Mobley comes up short, rebounded by Paul Reed, knocks it over to Thompson. Thompson shot out of a cannon, pushing it the other way, leaves it off of Robinson, coming to his left, puts up the straightaway 3, draws the foul, going to the foul line for 3 free throws. Sam Merrill has been an absolute disaster here to start. His minutes here have been a disaster. Just that said, Mitchell, go to move the little brother over his head dribble is so funny to me. Yeah, the windmill Euro step he does that people tried to attribute to him, but obviously came from Dwayne Wade. Duncan Robinson misses the first free throw, by the way. We got one more coming. He does knock down the second one. He's got another one coming. Before he shoots this next free throw, let me go blow my nose, guys. Hold on. Robinson knocks down 2 of the 3 free throws there, so it's 31-25. A 6-point lead for Detroit has been built up here. A 14-2 run. Mitchell, logo 3. Ooh, it was halfway down, but it ultimately rattles out. And now here comes Paul Reed bringing it down the other way. It's 31-25, 6-point lead. Paul Reed on the left wing being guarded by Mobley. They hand it off to Cunningham. Cunningham coming to his left being guarded by Wade. They kick it out to Paul Reed. He's going to pump fake from 3, driving it down, hands it off to Sasser. Sasser back to Reed in the paint. Stops, turns, half spin, pump fake, throws up the ready hook over Mobley. Got it to go. Paul Reed giving him all the moves right now. Paul Reed helping this Pistons team build up an 8-point lead here. Mobley has it up top being guarded by Reed. AP with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, AP. We'll read it in a second. Mobley lowers the shoulder, and it's an offensive foul on Evan Mobley going through the chest of Paul Reed. Look at Paul Reed inserted into the game, making huge contributions. My guy AP said, what is this, 1993? What kind of score is this? I like the Knicks as a road team. I do think Cleveland is going to win in 7. Knicks win the next series. Cleveland going from not winning a single road playoff game this year to winning 2 in a row. We'll see if they do end up losing today. We'll see. TT in the Morning said the Paul Reed effect. Who would have thought it, TT in the Morning? Who would have thought Paul Reed, with Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart struggling, was actually a good rotation player? It's almost as if the entire fan base was screaming for it. Cunningham has it up top, being guarded by Sam Merrill. Cunningham's going to dance with it. Cunningham has the switch he wants, crosses over to his left, spins to his right, foul line, follow it, got it to go. Smooth move from Cade Cunningham, and a 10-point lead has been built up by the Pistons here. Where is James Harden? There he is. Throw the cape on, James. Throw the cape on. Duncan Robinson grabs and holds Sam Merrill as he's trying to come up to set the screen. They hit him with a foul. Appreciate your generosity, AP. Bruce Fowler said, I would like to think our offense at its worst, that we wouldn't score more than 25 points in a quarter. At least not these Knicks. Not these Knicks. Not these Knicks for sure. They get it into Harden, left corner. Harden being guarded by Cunningham. Pulls it out. Crosses over on Cunningham. They swing it out to Mitchell, being guarded by Thompson. Swings through to his right. Hesitates in the lane, trying to draw the foul. And he does indeed draw the foul on Duncan Robinson. He's going to the foul line for 2. That is 2 fouls on Duncan Robinson now. I believe that's 2 fouls on Duncan Robinson. Either way, it's 1 or 2 fouls. Stuart Show said disaster quarter for the Cavs. It's been rough. It's been a rough second quarter, and they ended the first quarter very rough as well. It's been a rough stretch here for the Cavs, specifically offensively. We're really struggling to score. They got 25 points. Mitchell knocks down the first free throw, make that 26 points. Vita said, do you know more basketball than you can play? I don't know what that means. He said, I think it's 3 on Robinson. They only have him, it's the second foul on Robinson. They must have taken one away or attributed what looked like a foul on Robinson to another person, but here we go. Mitchell knocks down both free throws, 27-35, 8-point game. Cunningham up top. Pull this down a little bit, there we go. Cunningham tries to leave it off inside to Paul Reed, but he can't handle the drop-off pass. It goes through his hands, and the ball will go back to the Cavs here. Here comes Cleveland bringing it down. Harden being full court pressed by Cade Cunningham. Can ESPN stop doing this? Harden hits the floor, tries to get it to Wade, and it's going to be a turnover. And this is what happens when you play defense on James Harden. This is what happens. They put Cade Cunningham on Harden. They have Thompson hounding Mitchell. And they're shutting the water off for the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. Cunningham up top being guarded by Wade. Cunningham taking on the challenge. That's what you need the Stars to do. Sasser, left wing 3, can't get it to go. Harden with the rebound, knocked out of his hands, picked up by Paul Reed, leave it off for Cunningham. A catch and shoot right wing three. He got it. Cade Cunningham getting it going. A timeout for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're now down by 11 points. A double-digit lead now for the Pistons been built up. 38-27. 9:25 to go. Keith, what's up, Keith? There's no true flow with this ball. With the ball in comparison to the way the Knicks play now. Very true. Very true. Here's the thing. The Cleveland Cavaliers, ton of shooters surrounding both Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, who very much just kind of want to play an isolation style of basketball or a very heavy pick and roll style of basketball. And it's not the most difficult thing to guard. It's not, that's not true. The way you phrase that is that it's not a complicated way of playing basketball, and it's not a complicated strategy to guard, right? The issue is that James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are excellent isolation players. And so it's difficult to guard it, but it's not complicated to guard, right? Versus the Pistons, who really only have one creator and one ball handler in Cade Cunningham, but they play so dang hard and aggressive that they'll attack the offensive glass, they'll cause turnovers, they'll get out and run, they'll have their defense lead their offense and create offensive opportunities that way. So neither of these teams are particularly difficult or hard, not difficult. They're not particularly complicated to understand and guard. The problem is executing that and trying to, take away the things that they want to do well. AP, what's up, AP? I'll tell you this, if the Cavs lose this series to an inexperienced Detroit team, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden reputation in the mud, I'm sorry, it's already in the mud. They're trying to pull it out of the mud through this series. And I think James Harden's doing a good job of that, but it's always going to be in the mud with James Harden. He's got too many throughout his career. Him doing this at 35 years old will be a nice ticket in the hat, but it ain't going to cover up all of the nasty, disgusting no-shows he's had throughout his career. He's 3 for 4 from the field tonight, 7 points for him. But again, they're switching the matchups now. They no longer have Dennis Jenkins guarding James Harden, as they did all previous through the other game previously. And they now put Cade Cunningham on Harden. They put All-Star Thompson on Mitchell. And suddenly the Cavs are having a really hard time generating offense because they have 2 really good defenders guarding their ball handlers. And they're just not giving them anything easy. They're not giving any matchup advantages. Just that said, no dumb questions, only dumb people. Just that said, Harden's been great this year, though. Define great. Define great. I wouldn't describe him as great. He's been great like the last 2 or 3 games. But he had a pretty rough Toronto series. Vita said, is Cade better than Brunson? They're on similar levels. If you told me you think Cade is better than Brunson, you got a great argument for it. If you told me Brunson's better than Cade, you got a great argument for it. Right? I think it's going to come down to how one person views impact versus another. Oh, man. Jay Hammer said, will Harden make the Garden? I assume so. I think he'll be all right. AB said, and their second neighboring team, they will be stuck. They are the most expensive team in the NBA. So they have to make a conference finals for sure. Nino said, what is going on? The Cavs, I just left for a minute. The Pistons are turning up their defense. They have a couple of adjustments they made, including putting Cade, some full court pressure here, but including putting Cade Cunningham and James Harden here. And their star is just taking the challenge. That's exactly what a star needs to do. Harden crossing over, driving it down in the paint, leans in, layup off glass, can't get it to go again, flopping to the floor looking for a foul call. He's done that a couple of times tonight, not getting the calls. Duncan Robinson, no look past to Thompson in the lane, gets chased down, blocked by Mitchell, and they call the foul, and Mitchell immediately signaling the challenge. I don't think they will. Teeth in the Morning said, Knicks are all in with their roster. It's title or bust. The Knicks are all in with their roster for sure. But they are not as cap-strapped as the Cleveland Cavaliers are. Robert said, James Harden does not play well in Game 6 and 7. He does not. Typically does not. Thompson misses the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Vita said the NBA wants the Knicks to win. Vita, if the NBA wanted the Knicks to win, it wouldn't be 50 years in between the Knicks championships if the Knicks do end up winning this season. They would also probably have moved up in the draft a couple of times if the NBA really wanted the Knicks to win. That argument literally makes no sense and has no ground to stand on. But you can continue being salty that the Knicks dominated Philadelphia in that series. Harden bringing it down as Thompson does knock down the second free throw at least. It's a 12-point lead for the Pistons. They get over to Mobley. Mobley coming to his left, off a Wade screen, driving it down, pass fake, pulls it out. It's being guarded by Paul Reed. They kick it up top to Harden. Harden being guarded by Cunningham. Swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell on the right wing. It's going to tag Duncan Robinson. Bump down the lane, off the bump. Euro knocks down the floater over him. Good defense from Robinson. Better offense from Mitchell there. It's back to 10. Thompson up top. Being guarded by Mitchell. Thompson gets it over to Paul Reed. Paul Reed coming to his left, hands it off to Robinson, swings through to his left, back inside to Paul Reed, slipping to the rim, tries to get the inside pass to Thompson, gets picked off by Mobley, a bad pass from Paul Reed, trying to get a little too saucy on the pass there. Mitchell, the windmill Euro, can't get it to go, floater off the back of the rim, rebounded by the Pistons. Here comes Thompson, pushing the pace to the rim, reverse layup, got it to go. All-star Thompson just turning on the Jets there, getting all the way to the basket. Here comes Mitchell trying to quickly push it the other way. A double in the backcourt. Mitchell forced to give it up to Mobley. Mobley has it up top, being guarded by Paul Reed. And it's an offensive foul on a defensive foul on All-Star Thompson running over Sam Merrill there and then steps over him. Mitchell Robinson picked up a technical foul for exactly that. Picked up a technical foul. And then All-Star Thompson getting tied up with Merrill. That is definitely going to be a technical foul on All-Star Thompson right there. We might as well go ahead and fill it in the board. That is a technical foul on All-Star Thompson, who's trying to bring the intensity. And you know what? It's working. Look at the score. It's working from Thompson. He's bringing the intensity to this game right now. Vita said, if Philly is a bad team, they got lucky with Boston. Let's be for real. Sure. A 7-game series that went to Game 7. It was all luck. They won 3 games in a row off of luck. Sure. That's how that works. That's how luck works. Not on a game-by-game basis, but a whole stretch of games. Luck works that way. Keep living your life that way. Keep thinking that people who gain success are just lucky. That's going to end up being a technical. Like I said, I'm just going to fill it in here. We'll update it when it is fully announced, but that's for sure going to be a technical. Jay Hammer said, is Calvin Johnson related to All-Star Thompson? I don't believe so. What is the connection there? Just that said windmill Euro called Little Brother Move. It is not called the Little Brother Move, brother. It's called the Windmill Euro. It's actually not called the Windmill Euro. It's called the Windmill Gather. But, yeah. I mean, it could be a technical foul in the shove and then a second technical foul in the step over. But I don't think they'll do that. The crowd is waving goodbye. I mean, it could technically be 2 technical fouls, but I think they don't want to eliminate All-Star Thompson here today, so I think they'll just limit him to 1 technical foul in this play. There is 2 technical fouls. There is the intentional shove of just get off of me on Sam Merrill. That's, to me, I mean, they could give him a flagrant and a technical, but to me, that's a technical foul. Overly aggressive, not a basketball play. And then the step over is for sure a technical foul. Again, we saw Mitchell Robinson pick up a technical foul for stepping over a player as well. Vita said Jason Tatum got hurt. Yeah. Jason Tatum, the guy who played all season for the Celtics team. If there was any team in NBA history who was prepared to play a Game 7 without one of their 2 best players, it definitely wasn't this Celtics team who played all season without Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum never came back, do we still expect Boston to beat Philly in that series? Of course. But of course, Boston fans will likely use a Jason Tatum injury as yet another excuse as to why they lost the series. So no technical, but a flagrant foul? A flagrant foul on Thompson, a non-basketball play, overly aggressive, wind up and follow through. They give him a flagrant foul, but no technical. So I guess we have to delete the technical thing on the board now. Unfortunate. I actually would have just preferred a technical. Give us the technical. TD in the morning said, also, I got to watch it. We need him. Yeah, for sure. He might have to dial it back. He's trying to bring the intensity in the game. He started the game off this way. Nasty and aggressive physical defense. Picked up a foul earlier in the game, being overly aggressive. Ran over Donovan Mitchell that I thought probably could have been a technical because there wasn't really a play on the ball. I thought the officials were going to the monitors to see it, and they didn't. As Sam Merrill knocks down both free throws, Cleveland will get the ball back. They get over to Dennis Schroeder up top, being guarded by Danis Jenkins. They get over to Sam Merrill. Sam Merrill up top, being guarded by Tobias Harris. Gets it over to Jared Allen. Jared Allen hands it off to Merrill, coming to his right. Catch and shoot three on the right wing. Can't get it to go. All-Star Thompson skies over the rim for the rebound. My goodness. Under 8 to go here. Here comes Thompson. Mishandling the ball. And a double dribble. And then Thompson getting into it with Dennis Schroeder there. Thompson bringing it. Thompson's getting, okay, now he's getting hot-headed. I liked the energy he was bringing earlier in the game. Now he's just getting hot-headed a little bit here. He's getting himself out of the game. Dennis Schroeder's going to try and poke the bear a little bit here. That's one of his specialties. He's going to try and get him tossed from this game. He's going to try. I don't know if he's going to succeed. I doubt he's going to succeed, but he's going to try. Dennis Schroeder has it up top, dancing with it against Jenkins. Coming to his left, off the Allen screen, down the lane. Kicks it out to Harden. Harden attacking to his left. Step back, lean in. And a foul on the Pistons here. Looks like it's going to be on Paul Reed. Trying to muscle up with Jared Allen. And the Pistons, they're holding a 10-point lead right now, so nothing too crazy. But they're just getting a little out of themselves here. Paul Reed with a little two-hand shove on Jared Allen there. They get it into Dennis Schroeder. You don't want this kind of play and mentality to get you out of your game, get the crowd into it, get the rile of the other team. You want to play smart, aggressively, but you also... Schroeder down the lane, floater off glass, can't get it to go. Battle for a loose ball rebound. Thompson ends up with a shot out of a cannon. You don't want to rile up the other team. You want to stay aggressive and whatnot, but Thompson gets it over to Paul Reed, and Paul Reed gets shoved out of bounds by James Harden, they say. I don't love that foul call, but the officials are now going to start calling it very tightly. They don't want this devolving into any fracas here. Christian said, Pistons had a 9-point lead late in the fourth. Let's not celebrate too soon. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mike Sleva. They tried using that argument last year too, but they were already down big, and we're losing that game and series anyway. Yep. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And they're going to try and use that argument as well as if he wasn't healthy for games 5 and 6 and still lost those games. But sure. Under 7 to go. They get it over to Danis Jenkins, driving it down along the baseline, being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. In the paint, pump fake, fall-away jumper over Schroeder, comes up well short. Allen got the rebound knocked out of his hands, but picked up by Wade. Here comes Dennis Schroeder bringing it down. He's trying to bring an intensity to this game himself. Dennis Schroeder along the baseline, pulls it back out to Sam Merrill, left corner three from him. He rattles it in, and they needed a three-point basket. They needed a basket in general. They needed a three-point basket to go down here. It's been a while since they hit a perimeter shot. Sam Merrill delivers right there. It's back to a 7-point game. JB Biggerstaff calls a timeout. His team kind of mentally unraveling a little bit during that sequence there. Call a timeout. Get some cooler heads in there. Calm things down a bit, and then get back into playing basketball. They're just a little all over the place right now, trying to out-muscle and out-tough the Cavs. And it's like, that may work for a regular season game, but here in the playoffs, you kind of have to win with skill and talent. And they were doing that, and then they got themselves out of it by getting way too aggressive, way too chippy. And there's a place for that in the game. I liked it. I liked the way All-Star Thompson opened up the game, but he's pushing that line a little too far. He's stepping over the line. You got to step back the other way, All-Star Thompson. William Yan, what's up, William? Nino said, where's Donovan Mitchell? Well, he's being hounded by All-Star Thompson all night. So he doesn't want anything to do with the basketball. TT in the morning said, Pistons can't afford to be hard-headed right now. Got to lock in. Absolutely. Not just hard-headed, but also hot-headed. Letting their emotions flare up here. They got to calm things down a little bit. I think that's a great timeout from JB Biggerstaff there. Calm things down just a little bit. Okay, let's calm things down. We had the energy spike in there. We had a 12-point lead. It's now down to 7. Let's calm things down a little bit. Alpha Kenny, buddy. What's up, Kenny? This game is feisty, lots of emotions. Very much so. Which is why we've seen a couple of little touch fouls for both sides being whistled here. The officials don't want this again to boil over into anything bigger. So trying to take control of the game right now. Bruce said, old habits are hard to break, like when JB dribbles the air out of the ball. Sometimes. Although the difference when JB does that is that he's very good at that, and that helps the Knicks win basketball games most of the time. Sometimes. Can dribble them out of games. AP said, remember that nasty crossover? Which one? Flex Heart Mozart? What's up, Mozart? Tobias is nowhere to be found. Tobias Harris, 0 points today, 0 for 2 from the field. One of the first no-shows we've seen, not one of, the first no-show we've seen from Tobias Harris so far in this playoff run. Maybe it's last year's play. Oh, the Brunson crossover on Thompson to win the series? How could I forget it? We'll never not forget it. Isaiah Gardner said, I really hope this series goes to 7. I need OG to be fully healthy. I think he's fully healthy. I think he's ready to go. I think he could have played in Game 3, but obviously they were up 2-0, and they felt confident in their ability to beat that Philly team anyway. So they didn't rush it. I think he could have played Game 3. He definitely, in my opinion, could have played Game 4. He's had over a week off. It's been almost 2 weeks, and when you have a very minor hamstring strain, the way he did, the way they called it, was that it really wasn't much. It was a very minor hamstring injury. It's usually like a 2-week injury during the regular season, and here in the playoffs, he'd be playing through it. But obviously, you don't want it to get worse, so they sat him out as a precautionary thing. Because again, they were confident in their ability to win that series. If it were a game 5, 6, or 7, I think you probably see OG Anunoby out there. I think he's ready to go. I think you guys are being overly cautious. And if he tweaks it again, it kind of, it's unfortunate. But unfortunately, injuries do indeed happen. Jay Hammer said 0-2. Mega bingo square. Harris 0 for 5 instead of a technical. No, we're not doing that. Harris is not scoring in the first half. Is it technical? No, we're not going to do that. Cade Cunningham bringing it down, and a foul. Dennis Schroeder in the backcourt being overly aggressive, trying to full court press Cunningham here. And again, the refs, they're just going to try and take control of this game. Trying to calm down some of the physicality, some of the pushing and shoving we're seeing. Cunningham bringing it down against Dean Wade now. 6:20 to go. Cunningham up top. Coming to his right off a Duren screen. They hedge out, show 2. They get it inside the Duren. Duren kicks it out to LeVert. LeVert, pump fake, pass fake, jab step. Being guarded by Strus. Swings through to his right. Baseline pull-up jumper. Got it to go. Karis LeVert showing up when they needed him most. Now, they had a Karis LeVert game in Game 4. If they get another one here tonight, which so far he's got 8 points, can they pull this one off? They currently hold on to a 9-point lead. Dean Wade left wide open left wing 3. Rattles in and out, can't get it to go down. He's been absolutely horrendous offensively during the playoffs here. Here comes Cunningham pushing it the other way. Coming to his left off the screen. They slip it over to Duren. Duren rolling to the rim, scoop lay with the right hand. Got it to go. Just split the defense. Nobody stepping in to guard him there. And again, great timeout from JB Bickerstaff. They righted the ship, and it's now back up to 11. James Harden has it up top, being guarded by Karis LeVert, waving everybody away, wants to isolate. Leans in, step back, pump fake. Throws a wild hook shot, hook pass out to Dean Wade, who does knock down that right corner 3. There you go, Dean Wade. Way to contribute, brother. Way to contribute. Well past the halfway point of this quarter, of course. 5:20 to go here in the second. Tobias Harris crosses over to his left, being guarded by Harden. Hop step in the paint. Floater. Can't get it to go down yet again. And then a loose ball foul on the Cavs, trying to keep Duren off the glass. Duren at least having an impact here tonight, battling on the boards. That's something we have pointed out constantly. If you are not going to score as consistently as you did in the regular season, the least you can do is attack the offensive glass and play some defense. He hadn't done any of those things while not scoring. And now the scoring's starting to come along. Picks up a foul there. Both teams in the bonus for the final 5 minutes here, just hacking and whacking away at each other. Jay Davis, what's up, Jay Davis? It seems to me over-aggression because Pistons tired, they are done. I think they're trying to set the tone. I think that's what I see from it. I think they're trying to set the tone. Jay Davis said, but the Cavs can't guard anybody? I mean, who do they need to guard? They need to guard Cade Cunningham, and that's pretty much it. Everybody else has not really shown up in the playoffs here. Particularly in this series. Cunningham knocks down both, splits the free throws, 46-37, 9-point game. It was a made 3 from Dean Wade. So now Harden has it up top. Mitchell's back in for Wade. They have Strus out there with Mobley and Allen, the double big lineup back out there. Harden's going to isolate and dance with it against Tobias Harris. Step back 3 over Harris. Comes up short. Battle on the boards for the rebound. Knocked loose by Duren. Dennis Jenkins picks it up. Cross-court pass to LeVert. Bringing it down. LeVert gets it to Harris in the post, being guarded by Harden. Karis LeVert's going to back him down. Back him down. Back him down. Little fall-away jumper in the paint. Can't get it to go down. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Good boxing out from Jared Allen there on Duren. Mitchell bringing it down. Crosses over on Cunningham. Dribbles it out of bounds, and the ball's going to go back to the Pistons. Cade, Donovan Mitchell just extremely sloppy with the ball during this game here tonight. Extremely sloppy with the ball. LeVert up top, coming to his left. Hands it off to Cunningham. A straightaway three for Cade Cunningham. Got to go for Cade Cunningham. He's coming out firing. He said, if we're going down, I'm emptying the clip here tonight. I'm getting all my shots up. Every single one of them. Mitchell has it up top, looking for a response. Quick crossover to his left on Harris. Euros in the paint, leaves it off for Allen. A little scoop layup for Jared Allen, nice and easy under the rim. Beautiful pass. Here comes Cade Cunningham bringing it down. Strus went for the steal. Mitchell's going to have to pick up Cunningham. He's going to attack him immediately, going along the baseline. Kicks it over to LeVert. It's stolen. Another turnover for Cade Cunningham there. Here comes Mitchell pushing it the other way. It's a 10-point game. Mitchell blows past the defense in the lane floater. Way off. Looks like maybe Duran got a piece of it. Here comes Harris off the rebound, pushing it the other way. Over to Dennis Jenkins. A bad pass from Tobias Harris, and it ends up in a turnover. The ball is going to go back to the Cavs here. As Jake Hunter said, Duran doesn't play good defense, and he's not even doing the little things for them. That's what I mean. He's an okay defender. Sometimes he could be a good defender, but he's an okay defender most of the time. If you're not going to be scoring as effectively and as much as you did in the regular season, you got to lock in on the other things, man. And he is not locking in on anything else. Strus, right corner three up the pass from Jared Allen. He got it to go. We're back to 7. Cavs hanging around, knocking down just enough shots to stay close. LeVert bringing it down. LeVert on the right wing being guarded by James Harden. They get over to Duran up top being guarded by Jared Allen. Duran stops, spins, coming to his left, hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham out by the logo being guarded by Max Strus. Strus has done a good job on Cunningham all series long. He comes off a screen. Mitchell switched onto him. Cunningham going to dance with it. Rhythm dribble, step back three over Mitchell. He got it at the buzzer. Cade Cunningham has the touch here tonight, refusing to let his team die. Papa Becky, what's up, Becky? 52-42. Mobley with a beautiful touch pass to Jared Allen along the baseline, over to Allen in the middle of the lane for a one-handed slam. And again, Cavs just kind of hanging around. It's back to 8. LeVert up top being guarded by Mitchell. LeVert handling it over to Duran up top. He's going to attack Jared Allen. Crosses over to his left. Stop, turn, spin, and paint. Sees multiple defenders. Kicks it out to Tobias Harris. Right corner 3. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by James Harden. Home run pass from Harden. Up to Mitchell. Up to Mobley. Catches, goes up, gets fouled by Tobias Harris. What a pass from James Harden. What a leak out from Mobley. What a catch from Mobley out on the break there as well. Just that said, you might not have watched all of LJ's Grandmama career. Shout out Larry Johnson, man. Shout out Grandmama. Jay Davis said both of these teams have to do better if they want to beat the Knicks. Very true. Very true. Mobley misses the first free throw. Can't be missing free throws here tonight, Mobley. D said, what is Harris doing? He's breaking it up out there. He's got 0 points on 0 for 5 shooting. A no-show from Tobias Harris. I'll tell you what, though, the Cavs the Pistons are still up by 8 with getting getting nothing from Tobias Harris. It's a great position to be in. As Mobley misses 2 free throws, Allen gets the rebound out to Harden. Harden driving it down, kicks out to Max Strus, a left wing 3 for Max Strus. He comes up short on it. Jalen Duran the rebound. And he gets it out to All-Star Thompson, who's back in the game, bringing it down. Why did I stop the timer? The world may never know. Chef Macarena, what's up, Chef? Appreciate you. Sent the party hats. Appreciate your generosity. Jalen Duran down the lane, lefty layup, got it to go again. Just driving it down against the bigs, getting to the rim, getting the layup to go. He's been a menace here tonight. He's up to 7. Back up to 10. Back up by 10, the Pistons go. 54-44. Harden up top, slips it over to Mobley. Mobley tries to get it out to Mitchell, but he gets fouled. They are in the bonus. That's 2 free throws for Evan Mobley there with 1:47 to go. Man, what's up, man? Harris gets a pass. He's been keeping the Pistons alive. You would get a pass in the regular season, brother, but when it comes to the playoffs, unfortunately, every game is too important. You can't get a pass. You can't take a game off. And not that he's taking a game off. He just can't buy a basket here today. But, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Just not as impactful. But again, as Mobley does finally knock down a free throw. He missed the first 2. Now misses this one. Now makes this one. Unfortunately, in the playoffs, it is unfair. But you can't have a night off. You can't have a bad game. And it's the first half. We'll see what he gets in the second half, which is why I keep saying I think it's a good position for the Pistons to be in. Up by 8 now as Mobley knocks down both free throws. Up by 8. And Tobias Harris has not contributed almost anything at all. He's got 1 rebound, 1 assist, and that's it. And yet you have an 8-point lead. Cunningham has it up top. Gets it over to Duncan Robinson. Mitchell jumped to passively, gets a steal. Another turnover for Cade Cunningham, and Mitchell's going to go the other way with a big 2-handed hammer. Look at that. Lead cut down to 6. Last thing you want to do is end the first half here poorly. And another turnover from Cade Cunningham. Here comes Harden bringing it down. Gets it over to Strus. Gets it back to Harden. Harden's going to drive to his right. He's going to go to the step back, pump fake. Gets fouled, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2. He passed it at the last second rather than shooting it, thinking he wasn't going to get the call. He does get the call. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. He can cut it to a 4-point game. A disastrous ending for Cade Cunningham yet again. Remember, in the previous game, 3 straight turnovers in the clutch for Cade Cunningham. And now to end this quarter, back-to-back turnovers for Cade Cunningham, allowing the Cavs to sneak back into this one. Harden at the foul line, misses yet another free throw, though. 3 missed free throws in this quarter alone for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mike said Cavs can get this one for sure. Absolutely. George Jones, what's up, George Jones? TT in the morning, so regardless if we win or not, these turnovers are going to be the story. Yep. They will indeed. As Harden misses 2, but Jared Allen, the offensive rebound, gets stripped. Mobley picks it up, kicks it out to Harden. My goodness, these offensive rebounds on these free throws. Mitchell Euros down the lane, kicks out to Strus. He'll line up a 3, and Strus will knock down the 3-point basket. It is a 1-possession game. A pretty disastrous ending to the quarter here, but there's still a minute to go. They could salvage this, a 7-0 run for the Cleveland Cavaliers here over the last minute. 2 straight turnovers from Cade Cunningham. He doesn't even have the ball in his hands at this point. Swing it over to Harris. Cunningham looks like he doesn't even want it right now. They get it back to LeVert. LeVert isolating, driving to his right to the rim. Scoop layup gets swatted out of there by Jared Allen. And now here comes Harden pushing the other way. Picked up by Duncan Robinson. He's going to look to attack. Bumped down the lane. Out to Strus. Gets picked up by LeVert. What a recovery from Karis LeVert. Duncan Robinson's going to stop and pop straight away. And he can't get it to go. Harden can't snag the rebound. Strus able to save it though. Over to Harden. They're going to hold it for what should be the final shot of the quarter. There's only about a 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. What a wild sequence there. So many opportunities for the Pistons they have just thrown away at the end of this quarter here. And Mitchell has it up top with 10 seconds to go. Mitchell sees the double team. Swings it out to Strus, a deep straightaway 3. Strus can't get it to go. Harris the rebound. He's going to throw up a heave. He doesn't even get it off in time. What is this, the regular season, Tobias Harris? Get that heave off. Doesn't knock it down, so it doesn't matter. But it is a 3-point game going in at halftime when the Pistons led by 12. Disastrous ending for the Detroit Pistons at the end of the first half there to allow the Cavs to get right back into it. Led by Cade Cunningham with back-to-back turnovers. He's got 16 points and 5 assists, as awesome as he has been. Back-to-back turnovers allows the Cavs to get right back into it. Mike said Cade playing like a Richie Cunningham. Just that said, Harden 4 terrible turnovers. We could say that. And you're absolutely right. A couple of them have been pretty brutal. But at the same time, Harden made some plays down the stretch where it mattered most at the end of the quarter to get his team back into it, along with, obviously, Mobley. And Allen got the steal, was the one that got the steal on one of those Cade Cunningham passes. Strus hit a big 3. Harden got fouled, went to the foul line. Mitchell made some baskets there as well. Donovan Mitchell, 13 points, by the way. We'll go through the box scores. We'll go through the team stats. We'll start with the team stats as we normally do. Bruce Fowler said, the Knicks love turnovers. They do indeed. They also love turning people over. TZ in the morning said, Cade is playing like his butter hands. You know what? Let's go real quick. Let's check. So the Pistons scored 27 in the first, 27 in the second. So they actually won both quarters still. Still won both quarters. 25 in the first for the Cavs, 26 in the second for them. Isaiah Garner said him playing 40-plus minutes might be affecting his turnovers, but I don't know. It's more so of the team construction that's affecting his turnovers. He's making some really sloppy, bad decision. Like his processing has not been good. That's why he's turning the ball over. Now, when you're asked to make a decision almost every single time down offensively for your team, like you're gonna make some bad choices. You're gonna turn it over. But at the same time, how many turnovers does he have so far tonight? He's got 5 turnovers already, man. 5. I thought this was going to say like 3, maybe 4, and I was going to be like, that's tough. 5? Listen, he's got 16, 5, and 5. You know what we have up here on our bingo card that Cade Cunningham is in line for, right? We didn't even go through the bingo card. We'll go through it in a second when we go through the box score, but we'll start with the team stats. But is Cade Cunningham in line for a double-double? He is. Is Cade Cunningham in line for his... Where is he? 30? He is. Is Cade Cunningham in line for the triple-double? Throw turnovers in there. Yeah. And you can't. You can't. I know you have such a large burden on your shoulders. I know. I know. I get it. I watched the games, Cade. I'm with you. You got a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. You got to make a lot of decisions every single time down the court offensively. This is unacceptable, though. 5 turnovers and a half? 5 turnovers and a half? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. What is that? Nino said, my bad, am I just pissed at the Cavs ruining my parlay? Papa Becky said, just waiting for the winner. We are ready to go. Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ian Parkin said, Cleveland, got to go all out to win this one. They're not winning another one in Detroit. I don't know, man. It's hard to trust either one of these teams, but it's hard to trust Detroit. It's hard to say that they won't win in Detroit. I think they could win in Detroit. Robert said, it looks like Game 5, Detroit collapsing. A little bit. That is a rough outing for Detroit, especially to end that quarter. All right, let's go to the team stats. Then we'll go through the box scores. I do want to, we'll go through the box score in relation to our bingo card, because I do want to go through the bingo card. Edwin Cruz said, I'm glad the Knicks never signed Mitchell and we got Brunson. I'm with you, Edwin. I'm with you. Keep Donovan Mitchell far away from my franchise. So let's start with the possession battle as we always do. Detroit winning it slightly, 36-40, winning it by 4 extra possessions here. They have been rewarded with those 4 possessions by scoring 2 more baskets than Cleveland Cavaliers, which has led to the 3-point lead here. 3-point shooting, 7 for 18, 7 for 17. It continues to be extremely equal across the board. We'll see. I mean, Detroit has averaged, I think what I saw was Detroit was averaging around 10 3-point makes a game, which is one of the lowest of any of the playoff teams. But if they have 7 already in the first half, they better hope they keep that 3-point shooting going in the second half, man, because they have definitely not throughout the playoffs here. Mike said Mitchell is not a point guard. No, indeed he is not. He is indeed a shooting guard. Mark Porter, what's up, Mark? I was hoping for a revenge game with Detroit, but because of Cleveland double big lineup, it'll set up the finals with OKC because of their double big lineup. My guy Mark Porter is looking ahead, man. He is looking ahead. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you. My man is 4D chessing it right now. He's like, actually, our better matchup is the Cavs because it'll line us up to play the Oklahoma City better than it would if we ended up playing this stinky offensively deficient Pistons team. I see you, Mark. I see you. That's a good point. I didn't even think about it that way. I hadn't even thought about it that way. Mostly because I'm not really thinking about it. Like, before I look at who they play and how they match up, can we see who it ends up being? Is it going to be Detroit? Is it going to be Cleveland? We'll see. Season in the morning said, I don't know when ads started showing up on live streams, but I hate it. Unfortunate. Yeah, it sucks. It does suck. Free throw shooting, 12 attempts to 12 attempts. 8 made to 7 made. About even. Even down to the misses as well. Rebounding, 20 to 18. About even. Slight lead to Detroit Pistons there. Nino said, man, the Knicks in the NBA Finals, that's some crazy stuff. Respect to them if they do it. Absolutely. First time since 2000? Right? 2000 was the last time they made it? Robert Kling said, 21 points looks good, but you can't turn the ball over. Well, he's got 16 points. But yeah, can't turn the ball over. Not to that degree. Turnovers happen, but not to that degree. Just that said, can't control the ads. They are plenty everywhere. Yeah, unfortunately, it is an unfortunate byproduct. One of the ways you can get rid of ads is, I believe, actually, I'm going to look that up before I say that out of turn. I think if you are a member of the channel, you don't get hit with ads. But let me double check that. Members still see ads. That's unfortunate. So in order to not get ads, you would need a YouTube Premium membership account, which is truly unfortunate. Listen, I have ads turned down to as infrequently as possible. As few ads as they allow, right? And trust me, they're trying to get me to up the ads during the show, right? Every single time I open up my YouTube app, they're like, hey man, If you upped your ads, you could be making more money. And I'm like, ads suck, brother. Keep them as low as possible. I'm trying. He said Cleveland scored the last 9 points in the last 2 minutes. Yeah, they went a 9-0 run to end the quarter there. Bruce Fowler said, did you see the career playoff statistics, JB versus SGA? I did see that. It was on first things first. And the guys there could not believe how good Jalen Brunson was. It's almost as if people from Knicks fans have been shouting from the rooftops like, hey, Jalen Brunson's one of the best players in the NBA. And they're like, no, he's 6 feet tall. He's not one of the best players in the NBA. It's like, okay, I guess we're all blind. Yeah, Jalen Brunson and SGA, like extreme, like down to a 1/10 of a percentage, down to extremely close in almost every statistical category. Mike said, Wolves ain't scared. We'll see. Even if they're not scared, which I don't think they are, does not mean that they will win the game. They're just at a talent deficiency, man. No Dante DiVincenzo, hampered Anthony Edwards, hampered Ayo Dosunmu. Now, they had a couple of days off, so let's see how that plays in the game. Ian Parkinson, Donovan Mitchell is a good player. He's going to turn it around in the second half. We will see. Let's keep going down here. Offensive rebound 5-4. A lot of these pretty even. Obviously, it's a 3-point game. It's going to be very close. Not really seeing an advantage either way, or that's too big. That's too much of an advantage. That's like an insurmountable advantage. 13 assists for the Pistons, 10 assists for the Cavs. I will say it was a good shooting half for the Pistons, who are not a good shooting team. So we'll see how that plays a factor in the second half. Will they continue their good shooting? Will they go ice cold, which I think is the expectation at some point for them to start missing a bunch of shots from the perimeter? Isaiah Garner said, Brunson was never a turnover machine, especially when we didn't have shooters against the Heat and the Cavs. Yeah, that's why I can't give Cade Cunningham the full grace there. Because it's like, look, man, I watched Jalen Brunson go into a playoff series where Julius Randle was hurt, where Bojan Bogdanovic went down with an injury, where Mitchell Robinson got hurt, where OG Anunoby goes down with an injury. Josh Hart has a strained abdomen that he's trying to play through. And I watched Jalen Brunson with almost no shooting around him and all of his regular, like 4 of his rotation players out with injuries in a playoff setting, still not turn the ball over to not even close to the degree that Cade Cunningham is. So he's just, like I keep pointing out, it's really just his processing. He's got to watch more film, and he's got to be careful and make better decisions with the ball in his hands. 5 turnovers and a half is crazy. If he did it in the second half, I'd go, you know what? It wore on him as the game went on, just decision after decision. Like, he made so many bad decisions in that first half. It's the first half. Why are you getting so reckless with the ball? Robert Kling said, it's possible for a Commissioner Cup final. It is possible. It is indeed. Steals 6-6, blocks 1-2, total turnovers 11-13. Turnover machines. Both of these teams have been turnover machines. My goodness. Fast break points 8-4, points in the paint 24-16. Cavs dominating the paint so far, as they tend to do. Flagrant fouls 1, obviously, from All-Star Thompson. Largest lead for the Pistons was 6. Largest lead for the Cavs has been largest lead for the Pistons has been 12. Largest lead for the Cavs has been 6. Possession. 60-30 is not a huge disparity. The Pistons have led, obviously, for majority of the game. Not majority, for most of the game in comparison to the Cavs. 60-30 is not a bad split, though. The other 9% obviously is a tie, of course. But 60% is good. But again, 60-30 is not a bad split. Obviously, one team has had the advantage over the other, but it's not looking like it's super insurmountable or that the Cavs have consistently played from behind all game long. So, TD in the morning said, Brunson is very clutch. That's why people say Cade over Brunson. I don't agree. Cade still has work to do. I agree. Cade still has work to do. I could see it. I could see the argument for Cade over Brunson. We'll see. We'll see what happens when Cade Cunningham has more synergistic talent around them. Whether that is Jalen Duren or not. Detroit boy, what's up, Detroit? Bruce Fowler said, odor of Big Apple turnovers steaming hot from the garden oven. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of turnovers in the next round from either one of these teams, whether they match up with the Knicks. The Knicks will force them into some tough decision-making. Isaac Gardner said, a lot of Cade passes are sloppy and weak passes. Just bad decisions. There was that one that Jared Allen got the steal during that stretch at the end of the first half there where Cade Cunningham just throws a really sloppy telegraph, tries to throw a slip pass to Jalen Duren, slip in the screen, right? And he has it there, and he's not close to Duren. Usually those slip passes are nice and close, and it's threading the needle through a tight window. He just kind of slovenly just is like underhand passes it through, and it's a really weak pass, and Jared Allen just gets his hand in there and knocks it loose. And it's a turnover. You can't make that decision there. Keep the ball in your hands. Call for a real screen. Say, set a screen for me, man. Don't slip the screen. Set a screen for me. Especially with the way that he's shooting here. Speaking of, let's go through the box score. Ian Parkin said, I love Brunson, but Cade is a two-way player. He's also a turnover machine. And is Cade a complete two-way player? Like, he has these instances where he goes off defensively. And he has, like, big, incredible defensive plays. But there are times where he's caught ball watching and sleeping off ball. Like, he's a good defensive player, but he's not a great defensive player. To call him a two-way player, when he takes the challenge, he could be a good defensive player. But also there are times where he's just napping over there in the corner. And again, he has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders offensively. So him taking a break defensively makes sense. But at the same time, 5 turnovers, and most of them led to allowing the Cavs to get back into this game when the way that you played 16-5, 6 for 10 from the field, 4 for 6 from 3 for a guy who's not a great three-point shooter, is an incredible first half. And yet you lead by 3 because you turned the ball over. I'd rather, you know what's super valuable in the NBA, and which is why we always point to it every single time? This right here is one of the most important things to watch during a basketball game. Possession battle. You know what heavily influences the possession battle? Turnovers. You know what is a great indicator as to who's going to win the basketball game? The possession battle. You know what loses you the possession battle? Turnovers. Cade Cunningham, as awesome as he is offensively, is going to continue to run into the same issues in the playoffs. No, he's young. It's only his second playoff run ever. I'm not throwing dirt on Cade Cunningham's grave here. You guys, I've waxed poetic so much about Cade Cunningham this season that Knicks fans got very annoyed with me. You know, that's how much I love Cade Cunningham. I've absolutely adored him going back to high school. One of my favorite players in the league to watch. But unfortunately, if you turn the ball over in a playoff game, you are setting your team up for failure. No matter how much you want to say he's a two-way player. If you are losing your team this, it's not just that your team is losing it, you are losing it for your team, the possession battle. And you end up losing. The same way he turned it over 3 times in a row in the clutch the other night to lose the game. But he's a two-way player? That's great. That's awesome. He's got a lot to learn left. He's got a lot left to learn. Detroit Boy said, Cade can play off the ball. He did it with Schroeder last year. Again, I said the same thing earlier. We'll see how this team progresses and how Cade looks when he has better players around them and more synergistic players around them. But until then, we can't speak of things that just aren't happening right now. Cade can play off ball? Maybe. He did it with Dennis Schroeder last year? A bit. We'll see what happens when they actually get him other ball-handling players to play alongside of him. Bruce Palace said it just bogs down, especially in the playoffs. Kobe would be eating these bums lunch every night? Maybe. Or maybe All-Star Thompson would be locking his butt down. Who knows? Just that's a JB can't guard a traffic cone. Can't guard a traffic cop eating a sandwich. They get it over to Danish Jenkins up top. We didn't even go through the box score. We will during the next timeout break. We will indeed. Danish Jenkins up top gets it over to Cunningham. Being guarded by Harden. Coming to his left inside the Duren. Duren swings it out to Jenkins. Jenkins pump fake. Swings through to his left. Over to Cunningham. Pump fake. Rhythm dribble. Pull it up left wing 3. He got another one. 5 made threes for Cade Cunningham here tonight to give them the 6-point lead. He's going to need a much more calm, cool, and collective second half here from Cade Cunningham. Mobley kicks it out to Harden up top. Harden being guarded by Jenkins again. Coming to his left, slips it inside the Mobley. In the paint, kicks it out to Mitchell. Wide open right wing 3. Thompson put himself in a position to go for that steal. Ended up in a bad situation. Offensive rebound goes back to the Cavs. They swing it over to Mobley. Pass fake. Mobley swings through to his right down the lane. Euro to his left, gets tied up by Harris, and it's going to be a jump ball. Good defense from Tobias Harris. Murdoch Mercer was a Murdoch. From here on out, Big Cat is going to be the big problem for anybody they face. Too versatile for any team left. Except for maybe that team down there in San Antonio, maybe that team down there in Oklahoma City. As far as these East teams go, I'm not too concerned about them. The Cavs won the tip, but Harris able to steal it as no Cav really went for the ball there, and Harris scores his first basket of the night with a little layup there on the fast break. Mitchell driving it down against Duren, leans in, draws the foul, gets a floater to go, and they wave it off. They say foul on the floor. Tough spot for Donovan Mitchell to be in. Hold on, guys. Let me blow my nose one more time before we really lock in here. It's going to be sat out of bounds for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Harden dancing with it up top against Harris, coming to his left, blows by him, floater in the lane, gets blocked by Duren. Allen picks up the loose ball, gets blocked by Thompson, looking for a foul, and there is a foul called. A late foul, but a foul nonetheless. And there's 10:38 to go. Ricardo Salamero with the Ricardo. Shout out Christina and Zina. Shout out Christina and Zina. Bruce Fowler said, Detroit almost has to do what the Knicks did with JB, get the ball out of his hands 80% of the time. Yeah. Yeah, you're putting way too much wear and tear for him for a full 48-minute game. Jared Allen misses yet another free throw. More missed free throws here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. $59 to 52. Jared Allen's going to hit this free throw. There it is. 7-point game. Cade Cunningham bringing it down against Dean Wade. 10-30 to go here in the third quarter. Danish Jenkins gets it over to Cunningham, swings through to his left. Cunningham driving it down in the paint. Stop, step back, pump fake, leans in against Wade, spins, leans in again, kicks it out to Thompson, hands it off to Jenkins. Left corner three for Jenkins over Mitchell. Got it to go for Danish Jenkins. His first made basket of the night, and back up by 10, the Pistons go. Just like that, an excellent start to the second half for them. Harden driving it down in the paint, tries to shovel it over to Jared Allen, turns it over, throws it right into the belly of Jalen Duren there. Here comes Thompson bringing it down the other way, gets fouled by Evan Mobley, or Harris gets fouled by Evan Mobley, and Harris will go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Up by 10, and can go back up by 12, which would tie their largest lead of the game. So Harris going to the foul line for 2. He scored on his first shot attempt of the second half, finally, for 2 points. Now he's at the foul line for 2 free throws. But are we going to get a timeout first? Looks like we're going to get a timeout first here. Perfect opportunity to look at the box scores real quick. So again, we have our bingo card. We can run through it real quick. We have an injury timeout. Looks like there's some blood on Evan Mobley, so he's going to get looked at. We have Harden for 25 points. Very important for Harden. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's go back to here. Let's take a look at it on the big screen. Harden for 25 points. Again, it's going to be important that James Harden and Donovan Mitchell both go off in order. As we see, we have Harden for 25. We have Mitchell for 30 somewhere here. Mitchell for 30. So it's going to be very important for their 2-star guards to go off in order for the Cavs to have an opportunity to win this year tonight, especially seeing them down 10 here early. We still have a full half of basketball to play. Tobias Harris is at the foul line for 2 free throws. Duren for 15 points. I mean, he's looking good here tonight. He's got 9. He has yet to have 15 points in the playoffs at all. So he's on his way. Robinson for 3 threes. He's hit 1 3 here tonight. He's 1 for 3 from 3-point range as Tobias Harris knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. And he played for 3 blocks. Thompson for 3 stocks, which I do believe he has already. But again, we'll go through the box. We can take a look at it real quick right here. He's got 4 steals. So there's the 3 stocks for Thompson. That's filled in. Merrill for 3 threes. He has 1 failed challenge, double-double, triple-double. Mitchell for 30. As Tobias Harris knocks down both free throws. Mobley 3 stocks, which he might have. We'll take a look at it. Let's lock back into the game here. Harris knocked down both free throws. Harden bringing it down against Jenkins. 64 to 52. Mobley driving it down. Spins. He has Tobias Harris on him. Backing him down. Faces up. Driving to his right. Spins. Leans in. Hook shot. Can't get it to go, but draws a foul. Tobias Harris. He's going to the foul line for 2. I don't know how you would argue with that if you're Tobias Harris. That was very clearly a foul. He slapped down on his arms. Harden's not been great tonight. He has not been great. James Harden tonight has 7 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, and a couple turnovers. We'll fully go through it at the box score and then the next timeout break. But Mobley at the foul line for 2, knocks down the first one. Trying to get those 2 free throws back that Tobias Harris just knocked down. Man said Harden never shows up in the playoffs. Well, he never shows up in, like, big elimination games. 6s and 7s are the ones he tends to have real trouble showing up for. PK, what's up, PK? My favorite player is Chevy. I'm not a player, brother. My favorite coach is Chevy. My favorite commentary is Chevy. My MVP is Chevy. The real Spider is Donovan Mitchell. Appreciate you, PK. Very kind words, brother. Very kind words. Here comes Thompson bringing it down. Mobley splits the free throw, 64-53, 11-point game. Thompson gets it out to Harris. Harris fakes the handoff, keeps it, hands it out to Thompson. Thompson being guarded by Jared Allen, just playing off of him completely. They get it over to Dennis Jenkins, driving it down off the handoff all the way to his left, gets the lefty finish over Jared Allen there. A little flex from Dennis Jenkins. A very emotive player, I've noticed. Harden bringing it down, coming off a Mobley screen. Harden up top, being guarded by Tobias Harris. Harden going to isolate, driving to his right, draws the foul on Tobias Harris. That is now 4 fouls on Harris, I believe. 3 or 4. We'll see if this number updates. Not a good spot for Tobias Harris or the Detroit Pistons to be in. There's a very key part of what they do. So Harden will go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Keith said, is Mobley a better defensive player than Josh Hart? Yes. Sons Jen said, Luka actually didn't show up for the playoffs. I mean, technically, literally, right? TT in the morning said, I'm sick of Harden fouls. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Harden drawing fouls is very annoying to watch. From anybody. Ricardo said, I hope there will be a Game 7 for the Pistons. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, they're in prime position to get there. Harden knocks down both free throws. A little over 9 minutes to go here. 66-55, 11-point game. Jenkins has it on the left wing. Gets it up top to Thompson. Thompson trying to get it to Cunningham. Good now defense from Dean Wade there. They can't get it to him. Thompson hands it off to Jalen Duren up top. Jalen Duren's just going to drive to his right. Half spin, blows past Jared Allen. Scoop play with the right hand. Can't get it to go, but Thompson right there for the two-hand. They put back. And we're going to get a time out from the Cleveland Cavaliers here. Nino said stinkers from the Cavs. I mean, it's a 13-point game. They have not played particularly well to start the second half at all. We'll see how it continues to play out. Bruce said, the Knicks must be slapping themselves watching the last 2 best record division winners mess their pants and wonder how they ever lost to them. Ever? I mean, there's a lot of extenuating factors that happen during a regular season that may contribute to one team winning over another. You know, Knicks, I mean, it's been a long time since we've had this, like, full-on discussion, but, like, the Knicks, we're incorporating a brand new offense, a brand new offensive scheme, a brand new defensive scheme, a brand new coaching staff. You know, a couple of new players, a couple of new additions. It was going to take some time. It wasn't always going to be smooth sailing. And they adjusted a lot throughout the regular season. So that, you know, that's how. Fungpei, what's up, Fungpei? Do you know Leroy Jenkins' origin story? I do indeed, brother. Corpex, what's up, Corpex? Harris took Harden to the Gentlemen's Club last night, and they are both dragging. I don't know if Harris would do that, brother. Shottage, what's up, Shottage? As a Knicks fan, I have no confidence in Jalen Brunson to be the Knicks' best player. He can't guard a baby in a crib? Sure, brother, sure. Literally the best playoff run with numbers in line with the league MVP, but sure, brother, sure. Sure. You keep doubting the guy who has the Knicks in position to make the finals for the first time in 20 years. You do that, brother. You continue to be sad and miserable for some reason. Nino said, how did they beat the Pistons at their home court last game? I'm surprised. I mean, they were in a similar position the last game as well, you know? T in the morning said, as a non-Knicks fan, the Jalen Brunson slander is crazy. It's crazy, T in the morning. Nobody slanders Jalen Brunson more than Knicks fans. It is indeed crazy. It is indeed crazy. Nino said the playoffs are so hard to predict. Not really. Not really. I mean, it's usually the best teams. I mean, in the West, it'll be the 1 seed and the 2 seed facing off in the conference finals. And here in the East, it'll be either the Pistons, a 1 seed, or the Cavs, a 4 seed, taking on the Knicks as a 3 seed. So it'll still be a top 4 team, one of the 4 best teams in the conference. Man said they call him Brunson Burner for a reason. Bro got a torch. Yes, he doesn't. Yes, he does indeed. Joe said, Game 7, here we come. Guys, there's 9 minutes to go. There's 9 minutes to go. A lot of basketball left. I said we'd go through let's keep going through the bingo card real quick. Real quick. Right, so We had double-double, triple-double, Mitchell for 30, Mobley for 3 stocks, which again, we could check real quick to see if he hit. We have Harris for 15 points, which does not look good, but he could have an explosive second half. We'll see. We have a shot clock violation, a logo 3. Max Strus for 10 points and 2 threes. It's always important to see Max Strus play well. We saw in the previous game he played well and they managed to win. When he doesn't play well, it is significantly more difficult for this Cavs team to drum up offense, especially with All-Star Thompson running around, shutting down one of the perimeter players for the Cavs here. A technical foul, which we also have. Oh, no, we don't. We have a flagrant. No technical foul. 4-point play. Jared Allen for 15 and 8, which so far he has 9 and 5. He's on pace. Cade for 30, which he is also on pace for. He's got 19, and a goaltend, of course. So we will see, but let's fill in a couple of things here that we do know we have. We do indeed have All-Star Thompson for 3 stocks. We know we have that. He has 4 steals here tonight. As we are checking back into the game, Harden has it up top. We'll update that in a second. Harden slips it over to Jared Allen, down the lane off the screen. Scoop layup at the rim, can't get it to go. A really weak shot attempt from Jared Allen. Maybe got knocked off bounds, and who knows, but Thompson gets in the lane, leaves it off for Cunningham. Can't get the layup to go over Mobley. Excellent defense and rim protection from Evan Mobley, but the Cavs can't hold on to the rebound. Mitchell and Thompson battling for it and gets knocked out of bounds off of Mitchell. It's going to stay here with the Pistons. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. 68-55, 13-point lead for the Pistons here. And Danish Jenkins will inbound it for them. Danish Jenkins gets it into Jalen Duren. Get it over to Cunningham. Coming to his right up the Duren screen. Driving it down. Step back. Fall away at the foul line over Harden. Can't get it to go. Max Strus skies for the rebound. Hands it off to Harden. Harden will bring it down the other way. He has it up top. Being guarded by Caris LeVert. Harden's going to isolate and dance with it against LeVert. Crosses over to his left. Spins to his right. Step back. Fall away. Midi for Harden. Got it to go. James Harden getting into his bag here. No All-Star Thompson on the court. Oh, yes, he is on the court, but he wasn't guarding Harden there. He went to work. He saw LeVert, and he said, easy. Easy money. They get it over to LeVert, right corner, being guarded by Harden. Pump fake, swings through to his left, down the lane. Almost lost his balance, kicks it out to Jenkins up top. Shot clock down to 5. Jenkins going to dance with it, crossover to his left, hesitation, follow-away jumper over Harden. Danish Jenkins comes up short. Mobley the rebound, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell bringing it down. Has it on the left wing, picked up by LeVert. Mitchell also now going to look to attack LeVert. Half spin, gets caught in the air, tries to kick it over to Strus, but knocked out of bounds by Cunningham. Almost had the steal. But it's going to stay here with the Cavs. Nino said, Knicks versus Pistons, here we go. Guys, even if the Pistons do win here tonight, there is still a Game 7. Anything could happen in a Game 7. Harden will inbound it. 11-point lead here for the Pistons. They've had all momentum in the second half so far. They get it into Strus, they get it out to Allen. Jared Allen gets it back to Harden. Harden in the corner, pass fake. Gets a double team inside the Strus, leaves it off for Allen, kicks it out in the corner to Mitchell, who can't hold on to the pass. A bad pass from Allen. Just go up strong and look to dunk it, Jared Allen. What was that? Why kick it out? MBM said Detroit can't hold the lead. I mean, they've proven to give up a couple of leads already during the playoffs, even in the previous series. Here comes Danish Jenkins bringing it down against Mitchell. They get it over to Jalen Duren, being guarded by Jared Allen. Duren backing him down. Spinning to his left, backing him down, half spin, leans in, hook shot, can't bank it in, loose ball rebounded by Harden. Harden will bring it down against Thompson, gets it over to Mobley. Mobley will bring it down. Mobley on the right wing, nobody guarding him, so he's going to go to the basket against Cunningham. Can't get the little floater off glass to go. Good boxing out from Danish Jenkins there. And then LeVert throws it away. LeVert just throws it away through well behind All-Star Thompson there. He looks annoyed and frustrated. Bad pass from Caris LeVert, and All-Star Thompson looking at him. He's like, throw that thing up. I'm All-Star Thompson. What are you throwing me a bounce pass in my legs for anyway? It was well behind him. Thompson, no chance of getting that one. All-Star Thompson looking at him like, throw it up, brother. I'm All-Star Thompson. I'll go get it. Don't worry about me. Isaiah Gardner said, where is Mitchell when you need him most? We'll see. We'll see, because this Cavs team definitely needs him. We are approaching the halfway point of this third quarter. Dennis Schroeder has checked in here for the first time in the second half. He's being guarded by Jenkins. They go over to Strus. Strus gets it over to Jared Allen. Jared Allen, right wing, high post, being guarded by Duren. Fakes the handoff. Now hands it off to Schroeder. Now they get over to Max Strus. A right corner 3 over Cunningham for him. Rattles in and out. Can't get it to stay. And now here comes Thompson bringing it down the other way. Thompson up top. Cunningham runs over Strus. Cunningham can't believe he fell down. He's looking for a flop. They get over to Cunningham. They kick it out to Thompson. Left corner, wide open for a 3. Players falling all over themselves. Can't get the layup to go. Duren goes down. Looks like he was holding his left leg. They get over to Strus. Cutting to the rim. Strus to the basket. Gets absolutely swatted out of bounds by All-Star Thompson. All-Star Thompson all over the court. And dude, Jalen Duren hobbling. Really hurting. Didn't even get back on defense that time, and he's still on the other end of the court. And I think we're going to get a timeout. A little injury timeout here. Expect Paul Reed back into this game. Jay Hammer said Duncan Robinson added so much. Yeah, I mean, he's really their only reliable shooter they have. That is a huge addition. Jalen Duren now on the bench. They do indeed have Paul Reed back in this game. 6 minutes to go. Backstruce gets it over to Merrill. And that's an offensive foul. Looks like on James Harden there. Duren's going to go back to the locker room, maybe get his ankle taped. He's walking off on his own power. Not much of a limp. Very slight limp there. See the replay on it. Ooh, yep, just rolled it. When you're 7 feet tall, man, there's a lot of weight coming down on that ankle, no matter how small the roll may be. Thompson comes out. Robinson comes in for him. They get it over to Cunningham up top, coming to his left off of Paul Reed. Screed, step back, left wing three from him. In and out, can't get it to stay. Harden knocks the rebound loose, and he's able to pick it up. And here comes James Harden bringing it down. And neither team has scored for a while here. And Karis LeVert picks up a foul out on the perimeter, trying to stay in front of Harden off the crossover. Nino said, I hope the Pistons get it done. They deserve it. I remember they were down bad at some point, losing 20-plus, game 27. Look at them now at the top. Do they deserve it? with the way their fan base was talking very wild throughout the regular season, do they? I mean, who deserves it? Do all these teams not deserve it? Have not all these teams been through some downtrodden times? Man said, why is Duren in a max contract? He's not playing well. He doesn't have a max contract. James Harden at the foul line knocks down the first free throw, gets a friendly bounce. Jalen Duren back out of the locker room, probably just got it retaped, I guess. Something happened. All right, let me blow my nose one more time. Harden knocks down both free throws. Paul Reed has it on the baseline against Allen, spins, loses the ball on the way up. Maybe Jared Allen got a piece of it, but here comes Harden, hit ahead, Dennis Schroeder to the rim, gets swatted out of there by LeVert. Jared Allen picks up the rebound and lays it up and in. So Harden got the other free throw to go down, then Jared Allen got the little cleanup layup there. 68-61, back to 7 it goes, which is why I keep trying to tell you guys, game not over yet. Not even close. Suns Jet said, sometimes KD's ankles looking like a lady who can't manage her high heels. Crazy. Not wrong, though. Jay Hammer said, Pistons will shock the world and waive Duren. Go Reed and Stewart. They won't waive anybody, brother. That's not how the NBA works. If they did want to get rid of Jalen Duren, they would simply just trade him. All right, let's go back to our bingo card. Let's finally take a look at the full box score. See what we got here. We know we have Thompson for 3 stocks. That's filled in. We also have Harden for 25. Is he on pace? James Harden has 13 points, not really on pace, as we are past the halfway point of this third quarter, unless he has an explosive fourth quarter here. TT in the morning said, this organization is not waiving Duren. No. I don't even know why I read that one out loud. That is a silly comment. Angel A1 Roman, what's up, Angel? Project Slap, what's up, Project Slap? I don't know how to feel. If the Cavs win, I get Knicks faster. But also, I want it to go 7. And I want to face Detroit, so either way, someone's got to shut up. I'm with you. Slap. I've settled on, I want to watch my Knicks play basketball, so let's end this on 6. That's where I've settled on. Because I think the Knicks should, and I think will, win the next series regardless of who they play. So bring on the next series. I want to play basketball already. Bruce Fowler said, I would love if Detroit gave Duren a max contract. They might have to. They might. He is a restricted free agent. Is he restricted? I don't know. He's not restricted. He's just in line for a contract extension, right? It's only, no, I think it's his 4th year, yeah. He's a restricted free agent. So when you're a restricted free agent, anybody can offer you a contract, obviously. So normally what agents would advise players to do is just sign the largest contract you get offered. And let's say the LA Lakers, who desperately need a center, not named DeAndre Ayton. What if the LA Lakers are like, yeah, we're not going to re-sign LeBron. Jalen Duren, here's the max contract. What are the Pistons going to do? They have to match it. They have to match it, right? So the Pistons aren't even really in a position to negotiate with Jalen Duren. He's going to be negotiating with a bunch of other teams. And those teams are probably going to offer him more money than what he's worth regardless, because they're like, well, we're going to need to overpay for Jalen Duren just to steal him away from Detroit. But obviously Detroit's not going to let him walk for nothing, so they're just going to match whatever contract he gets, unfortunately. Tuesday in the morning said, Sheffield, I was watching some defensive clips on All-Star, and sometimes I can't believe he can move like that. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I think he's a better defender than his brother. Now, maybe Amin Thompson, he has more offensive responsibility than All-Star, so maybe his defense took a little bit of a hit because he's, trying to play two sides of the court now, whereas All-Star Thompson can just put his entire focus on defense. He's not asked to do a whole lot offensively, but he is to me, he's the second best. He was the second best defender this season. Obviously, everybody's going to be behind Wemby. So Wemby won Defensive Player of the Year. I don't remember who came in second. I know Chet and Thompson both finished top three. Thompson, to me, was far and away the second best defender behind Wembanyama this year. He's been incredible. Murdoch Mercer with the Murdoch. Does Harden really have 7 turnovers? James Harden has 7 big old turnovers. So we were talking and harping on Cade Cunningham turnovers. James Harden matching him turnover for turnover. It is a turnover battle. And he's got 7 rebounds. We might get the triple-double from James Harden. I was making the joke about Cade Cunningham. Harden trying to get the triple-double here tonight. Here we go. A little over 5 minutes to go. We're back into it. Let's pull our Gamecast back up for you guys. Again, we'll eventually go through the box score. We'll eventually do it. Paul Reed driving it down against Jared Allen. Stops, turns, spins. He's got nowhere to go. Finally hands it off to LeVert. LeVert in the mid-range, pulls it out, being guarded by Max Strus. LeVert in the left corner. Size up. Pull up 3, can't get it to go. Paul Reed battling for the rebound, can't save it. Robinson ends up saving it. Thompson battling for it, takes it away from Merrill. And Thompson has it up top. Great battle from the Pistons there. Paul Reed down the lane, draws the foul. And gets the shot to go down and hung on the rim. Literally that long. Hung on the rim for almost 2 seconds there. He gets it to drop down, though. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. And one play for Paul Reed. Under 5 minutes to go now. George Jones, what's up, George Jones? Frank, what's up, Frank? Hornets too small. They already got destroyed by the Pistons just like that. Been getting destroyed? Hornets are also another team that desperately needs a center. Although I don't know if Jalen Duren and the beef that Hornets team had is going to be looking to sign a contract there. And also the Hornets, small market team, probably not looking to sign Jalen Duren to a max contract. Lakers, though. Lakers would be very willing to do so. Paul Reed knocks down his and one free throw. Schroeder bringing it down. Dennis Schroeder. Kicks it up top to Strus. Strus swings it over to Harden. Harden on the right wing. Trying to come off a Merrill screen. Harden being guarded by Thompson. And a foul, and All-Star Thompson reaching for the ball there. Reaching for the ball there. Getting caught reaching. Ozahar, what's up, Ozahar? So James Harden has a foul in for 2 free throws because they are in the bonus. He knocks down the first free throw. Silly foul from Thompson. That's his 4th foul. If there's anything that's going to stop All-Star Thompson, it's him getting overly aggressive defensively and fouling. We got 4:30 to go here. Harden knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Cade Cunningham comes back in for All-Star Thompson. Can't afford to have him off the court for too long, especially with Thompson going to the bench now. Just kind of need his size and defense out there as much as you need his offense as well. Harden knocks down both free throws. 8-point game. Donovan Mitchell also making his way to the scorer's table now. LeVert has it up top, being guarded by Harden. They get over to Cunningham, being guarded by Strus. Strus done an excellent job during this series against him, but now Merrill switched on to Cunningham. They showed 2 defenders. They get out of Robinson. Left wing 3 from him. He's open, and he rattles it in, taking full advantage of the space. And back up by 11, the Cavs go. The Pistons go over the Cavs. Here comes Harden bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Robinson. Harden's going to isolate and dance with it. Couple of rhythm dribbles between the legs. Crosses over to his right. Has it in the lane. Pulls it back out. Kicks it out to Merrill. Merrill trying to answer with a right wing 3. He got it! Sam Merrill, anything you can do, I can do better offense. That's 2 threes for Merrill. That's 2 threes for Robinson. We're 1 3 away from each of them. Filling in a bingo spot here. 74-66, under 4 to go. LeVert has it up top, being guarded by Schroeder. Crossing over to his left, driving it down in the lane, putting his head down. Stops, turns, inside to Jenkins. Jenkins tries to kick it back out to LeVert. They do get it out to him. Over to Paul Reed. Mid-range jumper from Reed. High arcing shot. Can't get the friendly bounce from rolling in off the front of the rim bounce. Rebounded by Merrill. Here comes Harden. Coming to his right off the Allen screen. Harden down the lane. Swings it out to Schroeder. Extra pass to Merrill. Pass fake. Driving to his left all the way to the rim. Lefty lane from Merrill. He got it! Sam Merrill off the bench. Huge contributions after a rough first half. Now here comes Cunningham bringing it down. A screen set in the backcourt by Paul Reed. Knocks Strus down. Cunningham picks up his handle, though, to get it over to Robinson. Now over to LeVert in the right corner. They couldn't take advantage of the 5-on-4 situation, but they're cross-matched, so they have Merrill guarding Paul Reed on the block in the right corner. Backing him down. On the right block. Big man post moves. Gets swatted by Jared Allen, but a foul is called on Merrill. They're calling for a goaltend. I think that looked clean to me, though. But Paul Reed's going to go to the foul line, and I think for 2. I think I saw Zach Zarba, one of the best officials in the NBA. I like Zach Zarba, shaking his head to the bench like, that was clean. That was clean. But Paul Reed's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Gillette, what's up, Gillette? My cable disconnected. Thank you for your live cast. Appreciate you for hanging out with me, Gillette. Mark Gavin, what's up, Mark? What happened here? Paul Reed misses the first free throw, by the way. A back and forth affair so far. Pistons have held the lead majority of the game after taking it early. And they've led for the entirety of the second half, despite it being a 3-point lead at halftime. Mike Sleva. As a Knicks fan, it's fun watching these two teams wear each other down. It's glorious, Mike. It's glorious. We get to sit back with our feet up in the air. Love it. Paul Reed missed the first free throw. Does knock down the second free throw. Tyreek Smith. What's up, Tyreek, brother? Joe said, who got the block? Jared Allen got the block, but it's not going to count as a block because there was a foul called. Mobley hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell dances with it against LeVert. Crosses over to his right. Euro steps down the lane. High gather. Can't get it to go. Mitchell snags his own offensive rebound. Can't get the putback. Strus trying to fly in for the offensive rebound. It ends up going out of bounds off of Paul Reed, so at least Strus saves the possession here for the Cavs. They'll get the ball back. Just that Pistons have the white uniforms on too. Absolutely horrendous that the NBA allows road teams to wear whites. Absolutely horrendous. They get it in the Mobley. Mobley's going to fire off the inbound. The 3 comes up short. Strus the offensive rebound. Out to Dennis Schroeder. He'll fire a left wing 3. He'll miss a left wing 3. Finally rebounded by LeVert here. LeVert gets it over to Cunningham. Cunningham gets it back to LeVert. He'll bring it down. He's being guarded by Dennis Schroeder. Get it over to Sasser, who's back in the game. Back up top to Cunningham. Cunningham being guarded by Max Strus. Cunningham coming to his left. Merrill picks him up. Cunningham's going to dance with it. Coming to his right. Just using his size and strength to try and get past him. He's going to pump fake. They kick it out to LeVert. Left wing 3 for LeVert over Dennis Schroeder. Can't get it to go. Paul Reed knocks the rebound out to LeVert. Over to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson straightaway 3. He got it! Back up by 10. The Pistons go. 78-68. Dennis Schroeder bringing it down. Schroeder driving it down on Sasser. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Mobley picks up the loose ball rebound. He's dribbling it back out and then dribbles it out of bounds. Evan Mobley, you got to be stronger with the ball, brother. Under 2 to go. Timer, why'd you stop? Keep going, timer. Mike said, the Knicks are probably chilling with the Thunder in Cancun before the playoffs are even over. Sasser gets it over to LeVert. LeVert on the right wing, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. They get it up top to Cunningham, being guarded by Strus. Cunningham swings through to his right. They get it over to Robinson. Robinson slips it inside to Paul Reed, rolling to the rim, lefty layup, got it to go for Big Paul Reed, B-ball Paul. He's hooping out there. They have completely waved the white flag almost entirely on Isaiah Stewart. We saw him in the first half. We haven't seen him in the second half. Paul Reed has been there big off the bench. They get it over to Strus, coming to his left, being guarded by Cunningham. Up top to Schroeder. Pass fake, driving to his right in the lane. Kicks it out. Merrill. Left corner 3 for Sam Merrill. He can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Knocked out of bounds by the Pistons. Good job from Dennis Schroeder to keep that possession alive. We got 1:17 to go here. Jay Hammer said, did J.R. Smith dribble out? Pretty much. What Mobley did is pretty much exactly what happened there. They get it in the Mobley up top. Swings through to his left against Paul Reed. Drop step in the lane. Lean in. Lefty layup. Got it to go for Evan Mobley. Nice slithery move there. Back to a 10-point game. Here comes Paul Reed bringing it down the other way. 70-80. Paul Reed has it up top. Hands it off to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham being guarded by Strus. Coming to his left. Leaves it up top to Duncan Robinson. He's going to pump fake, sidestep, puts up the 3 over Merrill, throws up an air ball. Paul Reed right there for the offensive rebound. Can't get the putback to go over Mobley. Mobley finally snatches the rebound. Here comes Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. Donovan Mitchell up top, being guarded by LeVert. 40 seconds to go. Mitchell coming to his right. Duncan Robinson picks him up, crosses over to his left, crosses back over to his right, down the lane, scoop layup off glass. Can't get it to go, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Here comes Cade Cunningham bringing it down. Strus will pick him up. Over to Robinson, catches, pump fake, sidestep, inside. Paul Reed under the basketball himself. He lays it up and in. Beautiful pass from Duncan Robinson. Great cut from Paul Reed, who just continued to run the court. And now here comes Mitchell bringing it down. Paul Reed has been excellent all night long. Paul Reed has now what? 10 points for Paul Reed. 10 points, 6 boards, 2 assists for Paul Reed. He's been phenomenal in all avenues. He's got more than Duren and Stewart. Mitchell up top, dancing with it against Robinson, crosses over inside to Mobley. Mobley can't get the two-handed slam. Paul Reed looked like he got a piece of it. And now here comes Sasser pushing the other way. Bump Euro, floater in the lane. Got it to go for Marcus Sasser. Right as the quarter expires, the Pistons end it strong. And it's a 14-point lead for the Pistons. B-ball Paul, Detroit boy. B-ball Paul. Fungpei said Stewie plus Strus. Beef strudel? Crazy. Just that's it. Beef stew, 4 minutes in the crock pot. Spoiled. Rotten and spoiled. Just that said Paul Reed has to start game 7. We'll see if how much he plays here in the fourth quarter, man. We'll see. Not said Cats falling apart at home. Yeah, 14-point deficit going into the fourth quarter. Obviously, the game is far from over, but that's not where you want to be with the game on the line. All right, let's go through the box score. You guys can distract me. You can distract me. Detroit boy said Sasser getting minutes. I like it, change of pace. Absolutely. The role players has stepped up. They have indeed stepped up. They have indeed. Paul Reed with 12, Sasser off the bench with 4, LeVert with 8. Like, that's awesome. That's 24 points just between those 3 guys. Even Duncan Robinson coming off the bench today. He's got 11. All right, let's go through it. What are we looking at? Jared Allen, 15 and 8. Jared Allen sitting with 11 and 7. He's on pace. Can you give us 15 and 8 tonight? We know we have Thompson, 3 stocks. Let's go through it one by one. Harden, 25 points. He's sitting with 15. He's got to have 10 points in the fourth quarter here. We'll see. Jalen Duren with 15 points. I believe he has 11. Duren has 9 points for Jalen Duren. We need Robinson, 3 threes. Off the bench, Duncan Robinson has hit 3 threes. We'll fill that one in as well. Got Robinson for 3 threes. There you go. Duncan Robinson off the bench, knocking him down. Any player for 3 blocks, let's look through it. We got 2 blocks for Duren. Nobody else with more than 1. And then we go to the Cavs. We have nobody with more than 1 block. Although Jared Allen had 6 offensive rebounds. Look at Jared Allen go on the offensive glass. So nobody with 3 blocks right now. We have Sam Merrill for 3 threes. Off the bench, Sam Merrill has 2 threes. He's 3 for 5 from the floor. 2 threes for Sam Merrill. He needs 1 more. We have a failed challenge. We haven't had any challenges tonight. No player has a double-double yet. We're hoping to get there. Cade Cunningham is sitting still with the 5. Didn't turn it over at all in that corner. That's what you want to see. Tyree Smith said, I pray that whoever the Knicks play in the next round is barbecue chicken for them. I hope so, too. I hope so. I hope they continue to play the way they have been playing. Nobody with a double-double right now. A couple of players pretty close. Jared Allen with 11 and 7. Mobley with 12 and 6. James Harden with 15, 6, 3, and 7. Cade Cunningham, he didn't really pick up much of it. He picked up 1 assist. 19, 6, and 5 for Cade. 5 turnovers, that is. So nobody really too close to a double-double. We'll have to wait and see. Duren has 9 and 7. We'll see if we can get a double-double today. Triple-double, other than the turnovers from either Harden or Cunningham, I don't see how we can get a triple-double here tonight. Mitchell for 30. Donovan Mitchell is over there sitting with 13 points. Doesn't seem great for Donovan Mitchell, which again, unless he goes off in the second half like he did in, what was that, game 4? Mobley, 3 stocks. Evan Mobley tonight has 2 steals and a block. That's Mobley, 3 stocks right there. We'll also fill that one in. We have Tobias Harris for 15 points. Tobias Harris has 4 points. Not looking good for the 15 points tonight. He has been hooping as of late. We have shot clock violation. We haven't had one. Logo 3. We haven't had one. Strus, 10 points and 2 threes. Max Strus tonight off the bench, of course, has 6 points and 2 threes. So he just needs 4 more points. 4 more points, Max Strus. We have a technical foul. Haven't had one. We had a flagrant, though. 4-point play. Haven't had one. Jared Allen, 15 and 8. We went over. Cade for 30. He's got 19. He only hit a 3 in that quarter. Here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Pivotal fourth quarter here for the Cavs. Season on the line for the Pistons. And then a goaltend, which we haven't had. We'll update it in a second. Merrill catch and shoot straight away 3. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by LeVert. We're bringing it down the other way. Hands it off to Cunningham. Put this one away, Cade. Put this one away. Don't even give them hope. Cleveland has yet to lose at home, on the verge of losing here tonight. Cunningham on the right wing. Pass fake, gets it over to Robinson. Catch and shoot for Robinson on the right wing. Duncan Robinson having himself a night. His 4th made 3 here tonight. His 4th made 3 of the night, giving them a 17-point lead. Mobley then responds out of the corner with the 3 of his own, getting those 3 points right back. Back to 14 it goes. Ivor Edwards, what's up, Edwards? Foul shot differential, we'll check it in a second. We'll go through the team stats during the next timeout break. Cunningham up top, dancing off of Duncan Robinson, crossing over to his left. And they call a double dribble on Cade Cunningham. And he's upset. He is screaming. He is very upset. He is very upset at the call. And here come the Cavs bringing it down the other way. I don't know if that's even challengeable, if they even wanted to. Mitchell down the lane, kicks out to Harden. Harden coming to his left against Duncan Robinson. Stops, turns, spins, step back, kicks out to Mobley up top. Just hit a 3. Fires it straight away when he can't get it to go. LeVert with the rebound. He'll bring it down. Gets it over to Cunningham. Cunningham up top, full head of steam. Tries to go past Harden. Takes a little bit of a bump. Can't get the layup to go over Mobley. He's looking for the ref for a foul call. I think that's good defense there. Harden bump Euro down the lane. Lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Gets fouled by LeVert. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. So now that some of the physicality and the free throw concerns are going to come into play, let's take a look at the team stats. 17 attempts to 22 attempts. It's a 5 free throw disparity, but that's not very big at all. All right, so we'll leave that there. Let's update our bingo card. 3 fouls on LeVert. Harden at the foul line for 2 free throws. It's been a while since we updated the bingo card. Here we go. Boom. Filled in 3 spots there. Harden knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Kwame Robinson. What's up, Kwame? Game 7 coming good the more time we have to get healthy. Who would have thought this series would have won 7 games as well? Bruce Fowler said the gang that couldn't shoot straight. Great watch, by the way. Victor Marquez. What's up, Victor? Harden knocks down both free throws. Pistons are not going to do anything against the Knicks. Knicks, they already know they're going to the playoffs. Well, they're in the playoffs. They lost the game on purpose, you'll see. Real game. We'll see. Dennis Jenkins, a straightaway 3. Got it to go for Dennis Jenkins. After that little mini comeback spurt there for the Cavs, Dennis Jenkins, or that's Sasser, excuse me, not Jenkins, Sasser with the straightaway 3. Mitchell bringing it down. Crosses over, down the lane to play with the right hand. Got it to go high off glass over Paul Reed there. Is that Paul Reed? No, Jalen Duren's back in the game. Jalen Duren back in the game. He already looked a little limited mobility-wise before the ankle injury. We'll see how he moved now. Sasser crosses over, mid-range jump shot. Got it to go. Marcus Sasser heating up, folks. We're getting a Marcus Sasser resurgence here in the playoffs. He's up to 9. Or 7? He's up to 7. Mitchell crossed over, pull-up 3 for Donovan Mitchell. He got it. Donovan Mitchell put the team on your back. Close this one out. At least get your team back into it and give your team an opportunity. 9:30 to go. Come on, time to keep up. LeVert has it up top. Being guarded by James Harden. We're going to get a timeout from the Pistons. Pretty good timeout. Pretty good timeout from Bickerstaff. I don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Nino said, wow, Pistons hitting their threes. Yeah, when they hit the threes, they're pretty good. Problem is that they're not a very good three-point shooting team. They are 13 for 23 from three-point range tonight. A pretty dang good shooting night for them. They're actually out-shooting the Cavs. The Cavs are 10 for 27 from three-point range. That is huge. That is huge. Also, you're seeing the possession battle win out here. They took 4 more shots than the Cavs at halftime. They are now up to 7 more shots than the Cavs as the game's going on. Isaiah Gardner said Mitchell should have been hunting the score. Absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree. AP said Cavaliers no killer instinct. That's why when you kept saying that this series was over, AP and the Cavs are going to beat the Pistons, I'm like, have we been watching the same Cavs team? Like this team doesn't have a killer instinct. This team, like I don't trust this team. No, we'll see. We'll see. There's still a lot of time left. It's only a 12-point game. You know? Isaiah Gardner said, I told my dad Cade ain't going down without a fight. Oh, for sure. For sure. I fully expected Cade Cunningham to go off. 7 for 16 from the field, 19 points, 7 assists. Scored 16 points in the first half. Has only scored 3 points so far here in the second half. We'll see if he looks to take over in this fourth quarter. Bruce Fowler said lack of experience. They were saying out loud how they wanted the Knicks. They were saying that very, very loudly. Donovan Mitchell up to 18 points, now 6 for 15 from the field. When All-Star Thompson is off the court, if I'm Donovan Mitchell and I'm on the court and he's off the court, I'm saying give me the ball, finally. Finally, the shackles have been released. I can go to work. How Donovan Mitchell continues to be passive even with All-Star Thompson on the bench is baffling to me, which is why I don't think it's entirely the fact that All-Star Thompson is guarding him. I don't think that's entirely it. Why is my... See, guys, we are investing in new audio equipment, man. The audio is starting to die. What's dying here? Is it this? Is it this? Hold on. I know you can hear a little bit of static. Just give me 1 second. It is that. How is that dying? That was fully charged. That was fully charged. All right, we're going to have to switch the audio up so you guys don't have that little buzzing. I hate to have that little buzzing in your ears. I know the audio shifted a little bit there. Well, this is the best we can do because, of course, we're doing the doubleheader tonight, so we got to put that on the charge for now. We'll be able to take it off and go back to the audio in a minute. Derek Young said, is Harris in? Harris is not in. These are the lineups we have out there on the court right now. We have Duren, Cunningham, Robinson, LeVert, and Sasser. We have Wade, Mobley, Harden, Mitchell, and Sam Merrill. We'll see when coming out of the timeout if the team changes up their lineup. Isaiah Gardner, do you think Sasser should have been in the rotation? It's hard to say as I let my timer tick way too far down to 7:15 here. There's 9:26 to go here in this fourth quarter. It's hard to say if Sasser should have been in the rotation. He should have been given opportunities here and there. The same way Mike Brown has given opportunities to, when Dennis Jenkins has not been playing well, go to Sasser. Same way Mike Brown has been like, oh, Shamit's not playing well, or we need a ball handler or scorer. We'll go to Alvarado. Right? Similarly, I think J.B. Bicker's actually been like, oh, Dennis Jenkins not playing well. We need another ball handler out there. We need a scorer. We need a shooting threat. Bring in Marcus Sasser. Vacillate between those two guys. Obviously, don't eliminate one from the rotation entirely. Try him out. Right? By the way, he's effectively completely removed Javonte Green from the rotation. We haven't seen him out there at all in these past couple of games. Mark Porter said Detroit would need a 12-point lead with 2 minutes to play in order to secure the win because they tend to run out of gas and coast the rest of the way. We'll see. We'll see if a 12-point lead with a couple of minutes remaining is enough. They had a 9-point lead with about 2.5 minutes to go the other night, and they lost it. So it might not be enough. Cunningham, rhythm dribble, step back three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. The long rebound out to Thompson. Thompson has it up top. Strus will pick him up. They get over to Sasser. Sasser being guarded by Harden. Pulls it out. He looks like he's going to isolate. Sasser's going to dance with it. Drive to his right. Blows right past Harden. Harden reaches in. Strips him. Loose ball. Diving on the floor. And Strus saves it out to Donovan Mitchell. Everybody stops playing. Donovan Mitchell shot out of a cannon. Tried to throw down the hammer over Cunningham. No foul called. Good defense from Cunningham. Why Donovan Mitchell didn't just take the layup, I'll never know. Thompson gets it up top to Sasser. Sasser, cross-court pass. Dennis Jenkins wide open left corner three. He can't get it to go. Strus the rebound. Quick hit ahead to Mitchell. That was a golden opportunity for the Cleveland Cavaliers there. Everybody just stopped playing. They expected a call to be made, and no call was made. Mitchell on the baseline throws up the floater. Can't get the floater to go. Mitchell picks up the loose ball rebound. He can't get the putback to go. Donovan Mitchell just throwing the ball towards the basket right now. Brother, go get yourself a bucket. Here comes Dennis Jenkins bringing it down against Mitchell. Crosses over in the paint. Pass fake. Kicks it over to Duren. Duren up top. And guarded by Mobley. Duren's going to dance with it. Crosses over to his left, spins to his right, pump fake, leans in, floater, got it to go for Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren is up to 11 points now, and the 14-point lead is recovered. And a foul on All-Star Thompson in the backcourt. It's going to be his 5th foul. 8 minutes to go here. You just said high-quality sound in that setup? It could be better. It could be much better. Harris is going to come in for All-Star Thompson, who I believe picked up his 5th foul. Yeah, that's his 5th foul. Just bumps Mobley. That's a little ticky-tack foul on All-Star Thompson. That's a bad call from the official. This is playoff basketball. Official, this is playoff basketball. Harden has it up top, being guarded by Dennis Jenkins. Driving to his right in the lane. Leaves it off for Mobley. Two-handed slam from Evan Mobley. I believe that's a drop-off pass from Harden and not an air ball floater. We'll give him the assist for that. 12-point game. 7:40 to go. Dennis Jenkins has it up top, being guarded by Strus. Gets it over to Cunningham. Jab step, coming to his right. Blows past Wade in the lane. Draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2. Keith said the Cavs have no fight in them. They got some fight in them. I wouldn't say no fight in them. They got some. Niall Dimitri, what's up, Niall? Bruce Fallis said, I'd be curious as to how Harden performed defensively against Golden State. He was okay. He wasn't disastrous, but he got picked on a little bit. From my memory, just off the top of my memory. You just said, and yes, I have done video editing. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. It could be better. I know it could be better. Appreciate you, though, brother. I know how important audio is, but I'm not great at it. Not great at it. Mark Avon said, Game 7 coming. We'll see. I know it ain't over yet, but looking like a Game 7. It's definitely looking like a Game 7 for sure. Kind of want our Knicks to be against the Cavs. Yeah, I don't know. I could go either way, man. I could go either way. Pay said, you got to get that Sound Blaster Pro 16-bit ISA card. I'll look into it, brother. Cunningham knocks down both free throws. Back to 14 it goes. They're just trading baskets now. Stops and scores if the Cavs want to make a comeback here. 7:30 to go. Time winding down. It's not on their side. Harden on the right wing, driving it down. Takes it up top to Wade. Back to Harden. Harden coming to his left off the Wade screen. Harden has Tobias Harris isolated. Going to dance with it up top. Rhythm dribble, step back three for James Harden. He's going to splash another net. That's James Harden's go-to right there. Back to 11. Back to 11. Comes Dennis Jenkins. Dennis Jenkins has it up top. Being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Over to Cunningham. Cade Cunningham up top. Dean Wade guarding him. Coming to his left, Mitchell switches onto him. This is what Cunningham wants. He's going to dance with it. Shot clock down to 5. Driving to his left. Spins to his right. Down the lane. Floater. Over Jared Allen. Can't get it to go during the offensive rebound. Hop step in the lane to kick it out to Harris. Harris up top. Trying to get it back to Cunningham. They can't. Instead get it inside to Duren, who spins to his right. Flips it up and gets it to go down. Jalen Duren giving Jared Allen all the moves here tonight. That looks like the Jalen Duren from the regular season. About time he showed up. Harden danced with it against Cunningham. Give him the dribble moves. Can knock down the three. Strus the offensive rebound. Goes up, gets blocked. Dean Wade the offensive rebound. Out to Harden. He'll line up another three. He'll flop to the floor instead of trying to knock it down. Mitchell with the offensive rebound. Knocked out by Strus. Mitchell in the lane. He can't knock down the floater. Jared Allen knocks the rebound out to Harden. User with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, user. Harden dances with it against Cunningham, and then Cunningham picks up a foul. James Harden has been flopping hard for these fouls. He finally gets one there. You just had great commentary. Video is good and easy fix for the audio. Appreciate you, user. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your generosity. Very generous super chat. Appreciate you, man. Keith said first to 100 wins. Well, Pistons are 2 points away, so. 6:12 to go here. Mr. Nixon said playoff Duren has finally arrived. I mean, he's got 13 and 9 here tonight. He can get us the double-double. He could also get the 15 points that we need on our bingo card. We lowered it from 20 down to 15. We had to. He has yet to have a 15-point game here in the playoffs. 12 was his highest. As Dean Wade slips and falls on a wet spot, Harris is going to get a wide-open run out for a two-handed slam. And it's a 15-point lead. Dean Wade just slips on a wet spot. And we're going to get a timeout from the Cavs here. As disastrous of a moment as you could have, man. He said, yeah, I put it off for like a month. Appreciate you, user. Thank you, man. Thank you. Never necessary, but highly appreciated for the support, brother. Appreciate you. Kay Hazy said, Harden stayed on the floor for 2 business days. Oh, man. Is Paul Reed going to come back into this game after this timeout? Is that what this is saying? With no Cunningham and no Thompson? We'll see if this is the substitution JB Biggerstaff makes. We'll see when we come out of the timeout. T.J. Morning said, I blinked and thought Harden flopped to the floor, but it was Dean Wade slipping? Yeah. The Dean Wade slips on a wet spot, like literally just comes out to catch a ball. It's a very easy catch. Slips on a wet spot, falls down. Harris is like, oh, it's a loose ball. He picks it up, goes the other way, and dunks it down. Unfortunate for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Unfortunate situation. Literally, they did nothing wrong, but just slips on a wet spot. And you're at home? Oh man, I'm looking at the kids over on the sideline. Like, you couldn't clean that up? You're gonna cost us a playoff game because you don't know how to clean up a wet spot? I'm going crazy. I'm not really gonna go crazy on kids, but I'd be screaming to my teammates, like, the ball boys can't clean up a wet spot. Strus is still sitting with 6 points. Max Strus, but he does have 8 rebounds. My goodness. I mean, we're struggling right now. We're struggling, guys. We're struggling for bingo. Mitchell for 30 is not looking good. He's got 18. You have to go crazy here in the final 6 minutes. 12 points. Doable, but I don't know. Duren for 15 is looking good. What else do we need here? We haven't had any challenges. Any player for 3 blocks? I still think we're stuck on that. MEM said Cavs don't deserve the win. No, they don't. They've had a rough night all night long. Any play for 3 blocks? Jalen Duren's got 3 blocks. There we go. There we go. That fills in that bingo spot. Merrill still stuck with the 2 threes. No failed challenge. No double-double. No triple-double. Mitchell for 30. He's got 18. Not looking great. Harris for 15. He's got 6. That's not looking great either. Shot clock violation. Logo 3. Strus for 10 points and 2 threes. This is possible, but is that helping us with bingo? Maybe. Diagonal here. Harden for 25. What does James Harden have? Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? Citizen X. What's up, Citizen X? Knicks over Pistons, Pistons over Cavs. Discuss? It's a very valid opinion to have, brother. Bruce Fallis had a chance to close out at home, and they pee their pants? Yeah, kind of. Kind of. They've had a rough shooting night and some really bad processing. Harden with 8 turnovers here tonight. 8. I was harping on Cade Cunningham, but he's cleaned it up in the second half. Harden continuously turning that ball over. Give us that double-double with turnovers, Harden, or the triple-double. I'll take the triple-double. AB said, talk about a blown opportunity. I'm glad we got Brunson and not Mitchell. That's what I'm saying, AP. That's what I'm saying. I've never been a big fan of Donovan Mitchell. When push comes to shove and he has this opportunity, he's consistently come up short throughout his career. Mike Sleva said, starting to look like game 1 on Tuesday. That's what it's looking like. That is indeed what it is looking like. What else do we have? I think that's the only other thing we can fill in right now. Any player for 3 blocks, we got that. Jalen Duren with the 3 blocks. Jalen Duren having an excellent night for his standards, for his playoff standards. 13 points, 9 boards, now 3 blocks. And of course, no, there it goes. There goes the bingo card. All right, here we go. Back into it. 6 minutes to go, halfway through this pivotal 4th quarter for both teams. Obviously, the Cavs win, they move on to the conference finals. Mitchell off the handoff, puts up the right wing 3, coming off the screen. He can't get it to go. Jared Allen trying to fly in for a rebound. He can't snag it. And yeah, we are out there with no Jalen Duren, no Cade Cunningham, no All-Star Thompson. Let's see how this works out for the Pistons. They're going to be heavily reliant on Tobias Harris and Dennis Jenkins here. They also got Marcus Sasser and Paul Reed out there with LeBert. Dennis Jenkins coming to right off the screen, gets to the foul line, pull-up jumper. Got it to go for Dennis Jenkins. Jared Allen playing in that drop there. Jenkins taking advantage, knocking down the foul line jumper. Mobley coming to his right. Jenkins edging out hard. Mobley recovers it, trying to get it to Harden. He can't. Good denial defense from Jenkins. They do get it out to Harden. Harden out by the half-court line, though, with 8 seconds on the clock. He's now going to dribble it down, lobs it over the top to Mobley, catches, turns, goes up, gets fouled by LeVert. He's going to the foul line for 2. Good foul from LeVert. Just send him to the foul line for 2. Good foul. Hines, what's up, Hines? Atkinson is terrible. Mitchell and Harden can't lead their team to the finals. I mean, I agree. Didn't love that Harden for Garland trade. Would have just wrote it out with Garland. That's just me, though. Although Harden, he's got you to this point with the way he's played in the playoffs. Although tonight, not the greatest performance from James Harden. Thompson and Cunningham coming back in. Thompson with the 5 fouls. Atkinson, I've been very critical of Atkinson all playoffs long with his rotations. I've not liked them at all. Again, why is Donovan Mitchell? Now he's back on the court. Why was Donovan Mitchell not on the court? I don't love taking my stars out in pivotal 4th quarters here. Listen, we're in the playoffs. You're just going to have to rock it out in the 4th quarter. You're not getting a rest. I'm sorry. Dig deep. Dennis Jenkins on the right wing. Mobley split the free throws. Can't be missing free throws. If you're in this situation, trailing by 16 with just under 5 minutes to go here in this pivotal 4th quarter, a closeout game. And the Cavs not playing well at all. Harris kicks out to Paul Reed in the corner, ran off the line by Max Strus. Across the baseline, leans in, reverse layup, got it to go over Jared Allen. Just gave him that little chicken wing just to create enough space to get the reverse layup to go down. And it's not looking good. Harden coming off the Allen screen, puts up this pull-up 3, got it to go for James Harden. There you go, Harden. 15. Trading 3s for 2s will help, but it ain't the solution. Dennis Jenkins up top. Let's see if the Pistons can hold on, man. They've held the lead the entirety of the second half here. Kick it over to Thompson in the corner. Of course, he's not going to look at the basket. It's not his game. He's going to drive it down now. Foul line. Kicks it back to Jenkins. Continuous movement from him. Can't respond with the 3 of his own. Harden with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Harden up top. Got Thompson picking him up, coming to his left off the Mobley screen. Harden on the left wing, picked up by Harris. He's going to dance with it. Harden, rhythm dribbling, driving to his right, leaning in, pump fake, tries to slip it inside to Jared Allen, gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Cavs. Under 4 to go. Time winding down, man. Time winding down. AB said James Harden has played in the NBA Finals as a sixth man. Never as a starter or as a star. As a sixth man. Duren's going to come in for Paul Reed here. There you go, Duren, earning your fourth quarter minutes. Keith Modeste said, how can you win on the road and come back home and not put up a fight? Bad look? It's not a great look to... It's not a great look to win on the road and then come home and not play well. It's one thing to lose. Losing, fine. It happens. Unfortunately, the other team is outplaying you. That could happen. To not play well is rough. Pretty rough. In a closeout game, to get it into Jared Allen, hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell dancing around the Allen screen, and Thompson fouls out. Thompson's out. That's his sixth foul. Grabbing and holding on to Jared Allen, fighting around the screen. He's gone. Player fouls out. Do we have that up here? I don't think we do. We don't have that for this series. We don't have that one here. Thompson fouls out. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for the Cavs. By far the best defender in the series. One of the more impactful players for Detroit here tonight with his defense. All-Star Thompson fouls out of the game. A golden opportunity here for the Cavs as Jared Allen's at the foul line for 2. All-Star said, TT in the morning said All-Star is too touchy. Yeah, I mean, you already got the 5 fouls. Why put yourself in a position like that? Just like grabbing. And look, that's a little tiny ticky-tack. His last 2 are ridiculous fouls. They should not have been called fouls, either one of them. But why put yourself in that situation knowing you're dealing with foul trouble? Why? Just play straight up. You're a good enough defender. You don't have to bring that level of physicality to the game anymore. You already set the tone. Your team already has a large double-digit lead. You don't need to do all of that. Allen knocks down the 2 free throws. LeVert has just, again, bad processing, bad decision-making for this young Pistons team here. Cunningham up top being guarded by Strus. Let's see if it bites them in the butt here tonight. They should have a large enough lead where this shouldn't come back to hurt them. Danish Jenkins, the left corner 3. He got it! Back up by 16 they go. A huge 3 from Danish Jenkins to give them some more breathing room. Here comes Mitchell bringing it down, being guarded by LeVert. 3:30 to go. Time winding down on the Cavs here. Mitchell in the lane tries to leave it off for Jared Allen. Gets knocked out of bounds by the Pistons. It'll stay here with the Cavs. MEM said Chad is still in the Cavs. I mean, they deserve it the way they performed here tonight. I feel like the Pistons have given them multiple opportunities to at least try and make this comeback. Or at least make it closer, whether they win or lose. So at least try and make it closer. And the Cavs just haven't taken advantage of those opportunities. Just that said Cavs, white flag around this time also. Very true, very true. Joe said Game 7, here we come. Looking like it. Detroit Boy said clearly the teams are even. Yeah, that's fair to say. I mean, when you go to a Game 7, that's extremely fair to say, for sure. TD in the morning said Pistons got to hold the line. I mean, look. Detroit is not a good three-point shooting team. And when you have a night where your team goes 14 for 33 from three-point range, you got to win the basketball game. You're already not a very good three-point shooting team, and you've knocked down 14 of them here tonight. They average around 10 a game. So it's an above-average three-point shooting night for the team. You got to find a way to pull that one off, right? Got to find a way to pull that one off. G in the morning said JB with the double big lineup. He did. I didn't even call that out. You're right. He did have the double big lineup there. He brought Paul Reed back into the game. Jalen Duren thought he was subbing out, and then he was like, no, you stay out there. We're going with the double bigs. AB said the Knicks say they are getting bored. Josh Hart did a show today. Yeah, I saw that. Detroit Boy said they're better tonight. Yeah, the three-point shooting. When the Pistons shoot it like that, they're incredibly difficult to guard and incredibly difficult to beat. As Eastward Daniels Jr., what's up, Daniels? Who are you going for? I'm not really going for anybody in particular. I'm on record saying I want to watch my Knicks play basketball again, so I would have preferred if the Cavs would pull this victory off tonight so we could watch my Knicks play on Sunday. But I'm not going to mind a Game 7 at all. I'm not going to mind it at all, especially when my team's not involved. Jamaica said, I hope they go into triple overtime on Sunday, right? Wouldn't that be glorious? Keith said, the party is over for the Cavaliers tonight. See you on Sunday, Sheffy. We'll see, man. We'll see. A lot of people said the same thing about the Pistons after the Cavs beat them the other night. So we'll see. Mr. Nixon said, Jalen Brunson has the clutch gene. Donovan Mitchell is more flash and less cash. See you Tuesday, Knicks fans. I love the way you put that. Donovan Mitchell is more flash. I definitely agree with that. He's a much more flashy player, so his highlights look way better when you view them, whereas Jalen Brunson is just hitting you with like a lean-in pivot fall-away jumper, and it's like that's not as pretty as Donovan Mitchell hitting you with a crossover and big, dunk in the lane. Steve in the morning said, why are they playing Aretha Franklin on the Cavs arena right now? I don't know. I can't hear it. I have the TV on extremely well, so you guys can't hear it. Mark said, the Pistons can rack up points fast. Anybody can rack up points fast if the three-point shot is going down. That's not necessarily something, a phrase I would use to describe this Pistons offense. Harden gets it into Mobley. Mobley gets it out to Strus. Strus on the catch, puts up the straightaway three. Comes up well short, rebounded by Harris. With about 3 minutes to go, this one's looking like it's going to be over. Pistons going to survive it, force a game 7. And I tried to tell you guys, series was not over. My guy AP in the chat was calling it in the previous game, and I was like, I don't trust this Cavs team, man. I don't trust Harden. I don't trust Mitchell. Cunningham misses the step-back three. Jalen Duren with the offensive rebound and the putback. That's a double-double. That's 15 points for Jalen Duren. That should be 15 and 10 for Jalen Duren. We can fill in the double-double. We need a technical foul at the end of the game here. Somebody get annoyed and get physical. Harden dances with it, puts up the straightaway three. Comes up short, rebounded by Jalen Duren. And we also have the double-double from Duren. Duren's got 15. Filled in the double-double, got 15 for Duren. I mean, this game looks like it's winding down. We've got 2:30 to go. Jenkins gets it over to Cunningham. Cunningham only has 5 points in the second half, by the way, and the Pistons. As Jenkins knocks down yet another three. The Danish Jenkins night and another timeout, and that will pretty much wrap us up, y'all. 8-0 run for the Pistons while already leading by double figures. Gets them a 21-point lead, and that will pretty much wrap it up. Bennett Myers, what's up, Bennett? Jay Hammer said, just flip the coin right after this game and start the next series on Sunday. Sunjan said, is there a wrong time for Aretha Franklin? That's a good point, bro. That's a good point. AP said, have a game 7 is going to be good. It should be a good basketball game for sure. Evan Penn said, Mitchell, 6 for 20. 6 for 20's choking. This is now off. So let's go down real quick. Donovan Mitchell tonight. We can take a look at the core four here. Donovan Mitchell, 6 for 20 from the field, 18 points. That ain't getting it done, brother. James Harden, 23, 7, and 4, 6 for 13 from the field. Not bad, but he also has a million turnovers tonight. That's not getting it done. Mobley, 18, 6, and 2. Mobley was solid. Did his part. Jared Allen, 13 and 8. It was all right. Not a bad night for Jared Allen. Steve in the morning said, I think I'm going to cry. Duren showed up. He got the bingo square. He got his 2 bingo squares. Jalen Duren. Let's fill it in, by the way. Let's fill it in. We need a technical foul for bingo, y'all. A technical foul will get us bingo. He got his 2 bingo squares. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? There we go. There we go. And this will, by the way, be the Cavaliers' first home loss. And it looks like they're waving the white flag. They are indeed waving the white flag. So the other series should be starting soon. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to wrap it up. We're going to close this one out because, of course, we have to get to the other game. Although, do we go to the other game right away, or do we wait to see if we hit bingo? Do we wait to see if we hit bingo? Tyson down. I don't think we're going to pick up a technical foul here, right? This game's over. Naquan Tomlin's always good to get into a fracas. Keon Ellis being out of this series entirely. They didn't play Tyson tonight. You just need the extra bodies, man. Need the extra bodies. Again, I don't know what Kenny Atkinson's doing entirely out there. I don't love his rotations. I don't love his decision-making. Don't love it. He said Duren wants that contract. Trying to get that contract for sure. Steve in the morning said, that's my point. They play for that for the Cavs when that was the Detroit Classic. Oh, I don't know what song they're playing. Derek Howell said, Cavs flop? I mean, as a team, yeah. Yeah, they got him up out of here. For sure. All right, we're not going to get a technical, so we're not going to get a bingo, unfortunately. It's really our only opportunity to get bingo. That's going to wrap us up right there. We did get Jalen Duren getting 2 spots. You know what? That's a win all onto itself. We'll take it. We'll take it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me here tonight. Of course, our night is not over. Our night is indeed not over. We're going to go ahead, end this stream. We're going to switch it over to the other stream, and we're going to tune in for the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Spurs. As a matter of fact, I'm going to exit out of this game. This one's over. Paul Reed, a 3? Paul Reed, a 3. Talking about putting icing on the cake. My goodness, Paul Reed lining you up. You're already down by 20 points? All right. We're going to pull up Timberwolves versus Spurs, of course. When I end this stream, it will give you the option if you would like to join us in the next room, so I appreciate you guys. TT in the morning said, where was Donovan Mitchell? I'm asking the same questions you are, brother. As a matter of fact, I've been asking it all playoffs long. TT in the morning. As a matter of fact, I've been asking it his entire career. But yeah, people want to say he's better than Jalen Brunson. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Show me him showing up in the playoffs first, then we can have the discussion maybe. All right, that's going to wrap us up. MEM said, we're doing a double-double. Yes, indeed. So, like I said, we're going to end this stream. Shout out all the channel members, by the way. Shout them out. Shout out all the channel members. Shout out everybody who contributed here in the chat tonight. My guy, User. We had AP with his generosity a couple times here tonight. Appreciate you guys, as always. Again, we're going to end this, but we're not going to end the night. We're just going to switch over to the other stream room. We're going to get set up and ready to go for the next game. So go ahead and join us for that one. We will be live for both games, obviously, wrapping up our Pistons Cavs coverage. I'm going to jump over to Spurs Timberwolves coverage. So I'll see you guys there. See you in a minute. Remember, brush before bed, stay hydrated. If you're not joining us, I'll catch you on the next one. See you in a minute. Bye.